All right, hello everyone. We're going to be starting up a new Civ4 game today. This is going to be a variant that I played a number of times back in the day. I did a write-up on my website on it, although a slightly different version of the game than what we'll be playing here. And we did a succession game of this with non-expansion Civ4 back in like 2006, I want to say. So this is a variant called Passive Aggression. The basic, and we played a version of this in Civ3 as well. The basic idea is you can't capture enemy cities with units. In order to gain territory, you have to culture flip everything. And you basically try to win the game by culture flipping every city on the map, which is possible to do. Now, I wanted to do this variant always peace initially, and I have played this always peace. The problem is you can't win a conquest victory with always peace, because once you get the AI down to just a couple of cities, all their units will be in those cities and you can't flip them because all the units will block any chance for a flip. The way this game works is if you can get 5 units, 5 in a city, it will basically never culture flip. So you can't really play this always peace. I had hoped that you could maybe use spies to revolt cities, but it actually doesn't work. I actually tested that before this game, so it doesn't work. But what you can do is not play the game always peace, just play the game normally, and you kill all but one defender, and if there's only one defender in a city, it actually has very high odds to culture flip. The odds are like 8% per turn. If you have dominant culture on the tile and there's one defender left, it's about 8% odds per turn to flip. So you can legitimately do this if you do not play always peace. So, how will you get conquest? Grayson is right. Well, the way you do that is you turn off all the other victory conditions. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to turn off... Actually, we're going to leave on time. If it gets to 500 turns, we'll stop there. We're going to turn off all the other victory conditions. We're also going to set no barbarians, so that answers your question, Burninator, about barbarian cities. So we're going to turn that off. No tech trading, no tech brokering. I would turn on always peace, but we're not going to run that here. No vassal states, no tribal villages, no random events. We are leaving espionage on. So, now for the map choice. I'm playing Pangea. I am going to play small. We did this on a standard map, and it was not enough to win. We came up a little bit short. Temperate, sea level, just medium, ancient, normal speed. Oh, one other change I'm making. I'm switching this to epic speed. The reason why I'm doing that is the flip chance is checked every turn, so adding more total turns to the game actually does make a big difference. So we're going to play Epic for this game. I won't play Marathon, it's an unbalanced speed, but Epic will help out here. For Shoreline, you want Solid. The reason why you want that is Pangea as a map script will create offshore islands, which we do not want. If you put Solid, it usually will not do that. There's like maybe a 25% chance it'll create offshore islands. So I am going to have to, later on in the game, get caravels out and scout out the water just to make sure there's not... that there's not any islands out there, and the cylindrical world map resources standard. Okay, so now we need to talk about, we're not going to play it on Immortal. I was planning to play this on Monarch, is the difficulty I'm looking for. I think I have that in the description too. Yeah. So, what Civ do you play? I actually put a lot of thought into what Civ I wanted to play. So what is good for this particular game? Creative trait. By far. Creative is mandatory, I would say, for this. Creative's really, really good. It not only provides the early border pops, it also makes all the cultural buildings really cheap. Makes libraries half cost, and it makes theaters half cost. Theaters in particular are really, really important for this because you need to get lots of culture going. So creative is one of the mandatory traits. Other traits that are really good, you can look to play something like organized, because later on you're going to be making a lot of use of corporations. That's the way you do this in Beyond the Sword, is you get corporations going. You found the 3 cultural corporations and they just put out insane amounts of culture. So organized is good. You could play creative organized, which is Zara. Spiritual is really good because that means no anarchy, no cultural loss. You can also do a lot of flipping between civs, so that's Hatshepsut. You can also look to play, what's the other one I had in mind? I had organized, I had spiritual. You can also play financial. Financial's not bad either, just more total commerce to help your teching, because you do need to hit some late game stuff, and getting ahead on the tech tree is important. Also, I'm going to crash my economy in the worst way in this game, so financial is helpful for that. That would be Zara. Out of those choices, I decided that I wanted to play as Hattie, and the big reason why I want her is she just comes with a better Civ. It's very important to get a Civ who has good starting text, because I'm going to be looking to found the early religions, and by playing as Egypt, I have 2 insanely good starting texts. Agriculture Wheel, So basically her starting techs are better, and I also have war chariots to fall back on, which are a very good unique unit. And even the unique building for Egypt, the obelisk, is quite good too. You can use it to get profits for a shrine. So Egypt is the choice. I have played Hadi before. Philosophical is not really a choice. Philosophical is not really that good. You are not trying to get great artists for this. The goal is actually to advance down the tech tree and get corporations. It's not so much to pop out lots of... Basically, you'll never get enough great artists to make Philosophical that worthwhile. Also, welcome, Rose. Why not Willem? Because Willem's starting techs are not quite as good. Fishing's not going to be very helpful. And his unique building comes so late, it's not going to matter. His unique unit also is not helpful. So the stuff that Egypt brings is just more useful. And I actually value spiritual more than financial for this game too. So the other thing is AIs. We could pick random AIs, but this is a game where I'm actually going to choose them. I'm going to be picking AIs that are poorly suited to this setup. And the 4 I have chosen to pick are Churchill, who has garbage traits and does not expand particularly well. I am also going to pick... who were the other ones I had? I am also picking Napoleon, who also has terrible traits and builds nothing but units. Then I'm picking Ragnar, who again just builds gazillions of units, doesn't build wonders. Oh, by the way, thanks for subscribing, Rose. It's really nice. And the last one I had selected out was our friend Shaka, who again, lots of units, not very good, not especially good traits, does not build wonders. So this is a very aggressive group of opponents, which is to be expected. I expect I will be warring quite a bit. No, Monty can't be in the game because Monty starts with mysticism. He will found a religion and get culture going. So Monty can't be in the game. No one who starts with mysticism can be in this game. So there's one other requirement for this. I will re-roll this start until I start out with some kind of agriculture resource at the start. I need either wheat or rice or corn. I need something like that at the start. Preferable would be a one of those agriculture resources and floodplains to take advantage of both agriculture and wheel. Wheel being able to go into pottery. So let's see what we get. I usually take the first start, but if this is not something that sets up well, I will roll on a different one. Let's see what we get. Okay, this looks fine because it's got a wet wheat, and it also has a plain start, and it's got a couple floodplains tiles, 2 floodplains tiles. This is not the greatest start by any means, but it's good enough for our purposes, and that's what we want. Horses for war chariots, right? But you can't see horses at the start of the game, so we're gonna need a name for our capital, you guys. Let's see, where are we? Are we in the so we're in the northern hemisphere? That means we should probably look to. We're relatively close to the equator, I think. So how do you... Oh, and there's gems down here. Nice. How do you win Conquest without capturing cities? You flip them. Magrad. All right, Roadkill, you're on here first. So you get first all your... Actually, I like all your base. We'll get Magrad for one of these cities, but I do like... Oh, hey, we've got... Wow. Okay, this start just got a lot better. That marble is really good because there's some wonders we're going to want to build that use marble. Sistine in particular. All your base is really good choice for this game. All right, so we're going to start with a worker. Now remember, this is epic speed, so everything's going to be slower. We can even, is that a, what's the yield on that tile again? Oh, it's only 1-2. Okay, I thought it might be 1-3. Or, yeah, it's only 1-2, okay. Wonder boosting resource is really nice. All right, so so we're going to start with a worker, no surprise there, and we're going to go mysticism into polytheism, and then mysticism into meditation, then into polytheism. So this would leave our worker with like nothing. This would leave us with like nothing to do, but because we have agriculture, we can actually farm this, and then we can probably farm another floodplains tile. I want to grab the first 2 religions, and then I want to go for pottery, and then I'm probably going to go masonry monotheism after that. So my worker will probably get stuck some terms with nothing to do, but that's okay. And now we just need to head out exploring and see what we can find. Now remember, there's no barbarians on for this game. That's deliberate. Because I'm going to, 2 floodplains in a... So we can farm all the floodplains tiles if we want. Now we can't mine anything because we don't have mining. We can't chop because we won't have mining or brines working for a very long time. But we can farm these and we can eventually cottage them. So I'm gonna try to do a loop around my capital. I don't want to get too far away, but I need to see what's in the immediate area. All right. Again, we don't have to worry about animals. So we get the first border pop. Yep, as suspected. So how did I know I was in the northern hemisphere? Note that there's tundra up there. You might say, well, how did you know you're in the northern hemisphere? Well, the resource arrows point south. That's how you know. That means you're north of the equator. If you're south of the equator, they point north. A little tidbit. Now, it's actually not good being on the coast. It would be much better if I was in the middle of the map than on the edge of the map, honestly. But well, you play what you get. Like I said, it would be better if like I was in the middle and there were enemies on all sides. Not good from a safety perspective, but from a culture flipping everything perspective, that's better. Oh yeah, that coastal tile is no big deal. But like some of my culture is going to be wasted because it's just going to go out onto the water. Oh wow. So yeah, I know already I don't really have to explore the north because no one's going to have started up there. Alright, no borders visible yet. Oh, there's Shaka. So he can't be too far away if we're already running into him. Unfortunately, the color for Shaka is really similar to ours, and that's too bad. Yep, Jack's right. It'd be better if I were in the middle of the map. Alright, so mysticism in, on to meditation, and then we probably need to go on to polytheism after that, if we want to lock down the first two religions, which we do. Not much going on these turns right now. I mean, it's epic speed, so everything's slower. So we also need to figure out where we want to push our early settlers towards. Wherever Shaka is, basically. West. Doesn't look like there's anyone due south, so we probably want to push west. I'm trying to think where would be a good spot. Over here, perhaps. Although it's going to be a while before we have animal husbandry for cows. Some of the considerations for where to found cities are a lot different with this setup because claiming territory is in many ways more important than having good city sites. I don't know what this little river is all about. We should keep going west until we actually spot Shaka. We are happy. Hatshepsut, that's right. Spiritual creative. Alright, we found Churchill. So he's not that far away, so he's in this direction. Maybe Shaka's down here. It looks like there's some kind of lake or inland sea. So we need to start pushing west for sure with our first settler. I might try to claim these resources with the first settler because I can actually use the corn. Here maybe. We'll see. So his capital is it's actually on this tile right here. We just can't see it. Right? Yeah. I might be able to see it if I stand on this tile. It's probably worthwhile to... Yep, there he is. Nice. Alright, so we've got 2 espionage points on both of them. That's probably the way to go for right now. Between the corn and the cow, yeah, probably. I'd love to get a city on this tile right here, but I probably will not be able to do that before borders expand. So note that all the... Oh, we found Ragnar as well? Where did we find Ragnar? Oh, up there. Okay. So. Alright. Gonna work on that. So, I'm gonna go over here and farm, of course. This is the tundra up here, though, so he can't be too far. I'll have this warrior explore the tundra, because this warrior can come down and check out this area. Let's not put any on Ragnar for right now. Get bar graphs with Churchill and Shaka, and then after that we can see. Now they're going to be spending on it. Note that they've produced more espionage points than I have, because they're going to be running the espionage slider early on like morons. Note that it takes 8 turns to farm. Things take noticeably longer here on epic speed. So they actually can't win a cultural victory because all the victory conditions are turned off except Conquest for this game. We want civs who build units, not wonders. That's correct. Then, of course, we have to not die to those civs. Um, but that's part of the challenge. All right, so we found the first religion.
Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back.
So part of the reason why I picked these civs is because they generally don't pursue religions. So now we're going on to polytheism. These leaders have low religious tech preferences. So this will help the borders expand a little faster. Of course, some of that culture is going to get wasted because it's going to go out to sea, but that's all we can do. Stone at... Oh yeah, stone at Churchill's capital. Well, we'd love that. Not going to be easy, though. It would be better if this was stone instead of marble, because two of the wonders we most want are Stonehenge and pyramids, but we'll make do with what we have. It's certainly not bad having that. So there's the tundra. Tundra North we aren't going to make much of a play for early on. I have not adopted my religion because there's no reason to right now. I guess I would get +1 happy, but I don't need happiness right now. Did I turn on culture flipping after Conquest? I have whatever the default option is. It's whatever the default option is. So Shaka went for bronze working. Losing a city ends it? Well, we'll just have to make sure they don't take any cities then, won't we? If you lose one city, it's game over. Okay. Like I said, we'll just have to make sure we don't lose any cities then. Alright, so we are working this tile. And the only thing the worker can do is farm another tile. Although I guess the worker can road. Probably better to farm another tile, though. Alright, so we know what's in the north. Not much. Not much. Alright, so I don't think we don't want to build another settler just yet. Or we don't want to go on to settler just yet, but we probably will at level 3, or at level 3, at size 3. I think we go for the early settler. We'll definitely want to get bronze working so we can whip. Alright, so now that we've got this revealed, why don't you head off to explore the rest of the north, just as you're going down to the south here, to check out what's down here and head west. And I think our first city spot goes over here, probably on this tile. Just mark it there for right now. Normally that's further away than I would plant the city, but we want to get moving in this direction. So is it as bad as I said or not? It's whatever. I just have whatever the default option is, as I said. Yeah, construction of a Buddhist monastery. Forget it, I'm the one in charge here. So it would be really nice to have our second city founded to grab this religion, but it definitely won't be done in time. Nothing we can do about that. So after I put these two tile improvements down, I'll probably start roading towards that that city spot. All it means is don't let them take a city. I'll see what I can do. Have it captured by another third party. That's true. Seriously? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So that's a disaster. That's really unlucky to have him get that 4 turns before me. The question is, do I just restart the whole game over that? Because that's really a disaster for him to found that religion. Again, I was picking AIs that don't typically go for religions early. No, there's no huts. The huts are turned off. So he must have just rushed. He must have rushed to the religion. It's usually just kind of random what they go for. But his research, he rushes religion sometimes. It's really just kind of bad luck. I'm genuinely just considering if I should just restart because I genuinely don't like having my coast on the capital on the coast. Yeah, he definitely didn't pop that. Yeah, I'm gonna restart this, I think. I'm just curious what this map looked like. Oh god, this is a terrible map. What the heck is this? I'm glad... Okay, this was a horrible map. What the heck is this? This would have been a horrible map to play anyway. What the... Okay, well... Seriously, WTF. Okay. Well, I'm glad we didn't... No, this is not low sea level. This is standard sea level. The game roll... I mean, okay, there's no offshore islands, but what in the world? Okay. Okay. Well, let's... Like, sometimes this happens when you roll a random map. That was a terrible map to have for that game. Let's see what we... Let's try again. It is when you play a random game, sometimes you certainly can't control anything. What FTL ship is that? I'm not sure. Ragnar. Alright. So this is the one that we should flip this on anyway, right? Can convert back to a previous owner. So we'll also flip that on too. Alright. Well, we're not playing this start. What a horrible start. This is pretty good. But once again, it's near the coast. This one doesn't have any agricultural resources. That's much worse. Nope. That's not a bad starting position. The problem is there's no... Yeah, like, if I get a map with a ton of seafood resources, it's just not playable. Or, well, like, again, this would be good if that was not a pig. Let me just see real quick. Nope. It's actually a really good start, but there's no agriculture or food resource, so it's not playable, unfortunately. No. Well... No. Too many forests. It's right on the coast again. Like, all these coastal starts. I want something inland. It's like, hey, I heard you want to be right on the ocean. I was like, what is going on? Why are all these right on the coast? Alright. This is better. It's got a... Can I regenerate this and move one tile to the west? Alright. Now we're good. Now we're good. Yeah, but, we've got... Well, wait, no, that's actually not going to help because I won't be able to mine it forever. No, that's not going to help. I won't have mining, like, for 10,000 years. Okay. This could be pretty good. A lot of plains tiles, but this is way more rolling than I typically do. No. I think this is good. We should play this. So what was our name? All your base. Alright. This is pretty good. Alright, same thing as before. Let's hope for better luck this time. We're actually in the southern hemisphere this time. So apparently the resource icons are pointing the wrong direction. Maybe that was true in an earlier patch version and it's no longer true. Yeah, a lot of cool starts. This one, this is good though. This is kind of what we need, something like this. So we've got a couple floodplains tiles. Got the 2 hammer start for this initial tile. This is pretty darn good. Assuming it's not some utterly bizarre shape again. So I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm going to circle and scout in like a circle around. All right, so like we're near the coast this time, but like we're not right on the coast, which is nice. So appear to be in the southeast corner, hopefully of something that's roughly a circle in shape. All right, that looks good. It is a dry corn, which is a little sad, but that's okay. Can't turn up our noses at this, which is a nice start. Yeah, just got to cross our fingers. And it's like, it's random whether they go for meditation or polytheism first. They usually go for meditation first, so that's why I went for that tech. But it is, you know, kind of random. We'll see. All right, so we met Shaka. So that lets us know how close Shaka is. We definitely want to found our first city where there's an agriculture resource. So I'm going to try to loop around. Actually, no, I want to try to get vision on his center, on his city's center tile if I can. Because that would be nice. All right, mysticism down. Ragnar met.
Nature herself has imprinted
Go for
on the minds
meditation
of
first
all
again. Where's
the
Ragnar?
idea of God.
He's off to the west. Okay, good. So we've got AIs on both sides of us. That's really good. We're not going to be able to get vision on his capital because these forests will block it. Ooh, his capital's tucked in the corner. That's annoying, but we'll deal with it. Got 2 espionage points on both. Workers about halfway done. So it's going to be hard to get at his capital, but it's fine. All right, so now we've met Churchill as well. A lot of jungle on this map. I guess this is okay for right now. Gonna meet them all soon enough, probably. And there's Napoleon. Okay, so we found them all. Shaka will probably be the last one left on this map. Alright, so we know where 2 of them are. Relatively close. So we're going to have to push, you know, as far out as we can with settlers. Turn resources back on. Alright, workers about to finish. Next warrior can scout in this direction. But I need to get the immediate lay of the land first. We might be able to see Napoleon's capital, though. If we stand on this tile, we got a decent shot. Spotting him. Nope. Maybe from that hill tile, though. We'll see. If his capital was on a hill. He's not on a hill for his capital. That's what that means. Nope. Can't see it. Okay. Are you effing kidding me? What is going on here? How are they founding these religions so fast? How are they founding the religions so fast? What is going on? These are very not religious AIs. Who founded it? I don't understand how they're doing this so fast. If it's Churchill again, he's coming out of the game. No, it's Shaka. What is going on? How does Shaka beeline to Buddhism instantly at the start of the game? What is this? I just don't understand. Like, I legit don't understand. No. It doesn't make any sense. These guys are AIs who don't care about religion, and yet they're beelining religion like he literally only gets that if he immediately opens polytheism meditation. What the heck? Like, you guys know, we played AI Survivor. We know what these guys research. They do not research these texts. Well, like, no one else is researching any of those texts. Unbelievable. He doesn't... Oh, yeah. Like, he has a clams right here to start, and he doesn't even research fishing. Ugh. I mean, I've seen it before, but it's rare. It's very rare. Well, we gotta start over again. I mean, there's no point if we can't get off to a good start. Very unfortunate. It's just bad RNG. I don't know what else to say. It's just bad luck. It's random what they go for early. The offshore island would have been awful. Yeah, they only go for these like maybe 10% of the time, if that. Just so weird. I mean, also, I only missed it by 1 turn. Like, he beat me to it by like 1 turn. Because it's Monarch and they get the cheaper techs. Unreal. Had a good start there too, but alright. Obviously it wouldn't help. That offshore island would have been a pain too later on. Alright. Take 3. That is not a start we're playing. Like, I've played this variant before. I've never had this happen. Well, this is a lot of corn, but the rest of the start looks awful. Okay, this could be pretty good. It'd be better to have the Plains Hill start, but... Well, let me found the city and see. Ultimately, I don't really like this. Just don't like that start that much. Boy, it sure likes giving me the coastal starts, doesn't it? Okay, I don't even see a resource here. Okay. That's not bad. But... Okay. This looks pretty darn good. I think we need to play this. I could found on the stone tile. That would probably be better. Yeah, I think I found on the stone. Yeah, this is too good to pass up. So do we found on the stone or do we found on the bananas is the question. Actually, I think we found on the stone because isn't that a 2 production tile if we found there? Still gets the corn in range, still gets the bananas in range, still gets the ivory in range. I feel like that's best, and that way we don't have to worry about hooking it up. We just have to research masonry and it's instantly connected. I think that's the way to go. It's either that or found on the bananas is also an option, but... What do you guys think? Is it better to found on the bananas? No, I'm not working the 2 commerce dies tile. That's a mistake. It slows the worker down way too much to do that. But no, but if I found on the bananas, I lose access to this. Stone is the way to go. Oh, apparently we're near the coast again. That's fine. All right. So we do have to wait for the borders to pop to be able to get that extra commerce, which is bad because we're at 9 commerce instead of 10. Nothing we can do about that though, other than cross our fingers and hope. All right, let's hope this works better. Can't, we're 1 tile off the coast, but there's only 1 coastal tile in range, so it's not bad. All right, take number 3. All right. So we do swap over there. So we lost 4 commerce. Not a huge deal, but we did lose 4 commerce there. All right, well, that's a dead end there. least we found it out. A lot of good terrain for cottages here down the road. Off on the side of the map, though, again, which is not ideal for this variant. Where is everybody? I swear if the Pangea map script rolled us on like an island by ourselves. So I think we gotta do meditation first. They're more likely to research meditation than polytheism. Yeah, all you can do is cross your fingers and hope the AI is not researching these texts. So there's Churchill. He's pretty close. He's not far, so our first city probably has to push as close to him as we can. And hopefully find some kind of resource. It'd be better if we had his location, so we're in the middle of the map. Yes, start of the map was great. The rest doesn't feel that great. I agree. Still, if we can land the religions, that's the biggest thing. Kind of pushed past him, I guess, at this point, but our second warrior can go explore in that direction. Alright, so Napoleon over here. To the east. Someone is probably north of Churchill. By the rice. Well, the problem is the rice is under a jungle tile, so we would need iron working to use it. It's basically useless until then. Alright. So there's Napoleon. We found his capital. Start the longs. At least these doesn't take very long to play these starts. Stalin goes for a you mean Shaka? You guys know I got super confused having them in a lot of our AI Survivor games. So here's Ragnar. He must be off to the east. Someone, so that means Shaka must be to the north, I'm assuming. Alright, we'll do this for right now. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's going on in this game. I legitimately do not know what's going on. I don't know why they're all beelining the religions in every single game. I've never seen this before. They're doing it every single game. This is so bizarre. I just don't get it. These are like the most aggressive AIs possible, and they're all beelining religions. Who founded it? Just out of curiosity. Churchill. I think we take Churchill out of the game because he's founding religions and every. And look, and Napoleon's beelining polytheism. So they would have founded both religions. What is going on? I don't know what to say. Also, what is with this capital? Triple gold tiles. It's not. I've never seen this before. I've literally never seen this at all. They're just these AIs who don't care about religion are like, we're going religion. Polytheism, meditation, polytheism, boom. We're going straight in that direction. No, Dark Kuno. We have played AI Survivor games on Deity where we go 50 turns and no one has a religion because no one's researching the religious texts. It is completely inexplicable what's happening in these games. There's only 4 AIs. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really want to play this variant, but I can't have them founding the early religions. They get way too much culture from that. The whole setup is designed to ensure that you get the AI. I don't know what to say. Maybe like I deliberately went through and picked AIs who do not found religions. I spent like an hour researching this, and they're doing nothing but found religions. It's I don't get it. I'm totally baffled here. I spent a lot of time researching this. Maybe we should play Mao instead of Churchill, because Mao doesn't care about religions, and he also has bad traits. Has a good Civ, but bad traits. We'll try that. Wouldn't have helped us in that game, though, because Napoleon was going to found the other religion. Like, we're pretty familiar with the AIs from doing Civ4 AI Survivor, and their behavior is utterly baffling in this game. They're not doing anything like what they normally do. It's like we've got Montezuma and Isabella in these games. It's so weird. Whatever. Like they're normally they're like, well, we don't care about religion. Anyway, well, this is a pretty good start. I think we actually do found here. So we've got the agriculture resource, we've got floodplains, we've got the Plains Hill tile. I mean, but the difficulty setting wouldn't help us, honestly. It's just if they go for the religions or not. Wouldn't really help us. Wait, this is not on the river? Is this not on the river? Apparently it's not on the river. Okay. Because if that's not a riverside tile, rice is not on river. One tile off. It will get the river ends a tile early. No, don't need a mod that guarantees that. I guess we have to go for another map then if that rice is not on the river. This looks good though. I would prefer to go to this Plains Hill tile, honestly, even though it moves off the river. No. Well. I'll still try it. So now I'm on the coast again. Again. I don't love this start either, but I just like want to be in the middle of a continent that it's a one continent map. That looks like a dead end up there. See, now I'm getting frustrated. I'm starting to rush the turns because I'm just frustrated at having to redo this again and again and again. Because this map kind of sucks too. I'm not going to lie. I appear to be like way off in the corner from what I can tell. Which is a terrible position to be for a game like this.
Nature herself has imprinted on the minds of all the idea of God.
I'm sure they're just going to found this religion again. Yeah, this is apparently the Deep South. I think it ends to the north. Where are the AIs? What is this map? Does this map have like a donut hole in the middle or something? Hey, Sydney. Hey, buddy. You're a good boy. Guess what? I am not done streaming, though. I am not taking you out. You're just going to have to live with that, buddy. This map is utterly bizarre. I have no idea what this map is supposed to be. Having not met any of the AIs yet. I don't understand. I don't understand this game. I am beyond confused at this game. What is going on? What, like, seriously, what is going on? How? This is 4 games in a row. They have beelined, the least religious AIs in the game have beelined to religion. 4 games in a row. It's Napoleon. What is he doing? Why is he going for religion like this? He doesn't care about religion. What? I am also this. I mean, this is a terrible place to be anyway. Like tucked way off in the corner. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, you guys. I literally don't know what to do. I can't play this game if the AI beelines religion. It's just one of them. Like, most of them are ignoring it, but one of them is going hardcore for religion in every game. I just don't know what to do. I'm very frustrated at this point. I'm not enjoying this. This was supposed to be a fun game. It is not fun right now. Because of these utterly ridiculous setups. There's a lot of room to expand, but that's bad. I actually want to be close to the AIs. It's actually bad to have a lot of room to expand. You want to be close to them because you want to be shoving your culture up against them, if that makes sense. I guess we'll give it another try. I just don't know what's gotten into their heads that they want religion. They like want religion so badly in this game for some reason. Yeah, Jack's like, I've tried this before. I've never seen this happen. Indeed. Just see if there's anything hidden here. I mean, this is a pretty good start. Like, if you move one tile south onto the Plains Hill, it's really good. Let's do that. Because you do want that Plains Hill start. It's too good not to take advantage of it. I mean, floodplains, a resource to use. Let's try. Maybe it's the luck of what the name of the city is. We're gonna try. So with apologies, we're gonna try something else this game and just see. Who knows? Maybe this is what we need. I don't know. Yeah, Jack's like, I tried this and it worked perfectly. I don't know what's going on. We should be in the middle of the map this time, though, which is a much better position to be in. All right. Yeah, I mean, really nice local terrain. Room for some cottages. I guess there's more floodplains to the north that we moved away from, but that's fine. Napoleon close by. Very close. Could put a city at these floodplains to crowd him. I think it is literally just bad luck. I think that it is just we're repeatedly rolling an unlikely result over and over and over again. I think that's all it is. I think we're just getting unlucky. Oh, I got bounced away from his borders by his borders expanding. Okay. So we met Ragnar up there. So he should be off to the north. Again, I'll get the next warrior can expand in that direction. I mean, I'm feeling better about this start. It's just if we just got that huge dice roll as far as whether the AIs are beelining a religion again. There's nothing we can do if they are.
The idea of God.
I think that's pretty much it. And we won't know for another 15 turns or so. Well, not that long, but... Alright, so this is the east coast over here, I think. Obviously, we're in the south. That seesawing back and forth is annoying, I know. But, like, everything about this is great. This is a perfect setup. We just need them not to found the two early religions. If they found one, like, if they found polytheism, I'd probably be okay with it. Even though, oh, there's an offshore island. Well, that's great. We're going to have to get to that. So there's Mao. And Shaka. All right, well, apparently we met everybody. I don't know what to do, you guys. I literally don't know what to do. I do not understand what is going on in this game. I just don't get it. I just do not understand what is going on. I don't know what to do. This makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense at all why they're beelining religion so hard in these games. They're founding them early because it's on Monarch, so they get to, like, they found them sooner. But lowering the difficulty would not do anything. Okay, well, this map ended up being stupid anyway. It's Shaka this time. Like, now it's Shaka. It's just one of them is randomly going on to religion every single game. It's just terrible. It's literally just terrible RNG. That's all it is. It is terrible RNG. It's one of them is randomly rolling, I'm going to go for a religion this game every single time. It's happened 5 times in a row. It's unbelievable. Shaka with an Oasis start. Is that it? That's why he's got the extra commerce. I don't know what to do. I can't control that. It is the one part of the game I can't control. I need them not to open... I need them not to open mysticism, meditation, mysticism, polytheism. Anything else is fine. That's it. No, I mean, I'm not going to cheat a world builder start. I just literally need them not to do something they never do. That's it. I need them not to do something they don't do. But apparently they've done it in this game repeatedly. 5 times in a row now. We have literally spent an hour doing this now, rolling starts, only to have this happen repeatedly. You can't rush commerce early, otherwise the worker takes too long. And besides, even if we had worked a 2 commerce tile, which we didn't have, by the way, we still wouldn't have won that race. Who would have thought that Napoleon and Shaka are like, gotta get religion. I have to get religion this game. I'm beelining religion more than anything else. It's just so unlikely for them. So unlikely. I mean, this start's not bad. Doesn't have the Plains Hill start. It does have the potential plain... Oh, well, that's no good. This is a 3 production start. It's like the best starting tile you can get, but everything else around it's garbage, so... This is pretty good, except I don't see an agriculture resource. Everything else is great. Man, what a great starting position, but there's no agriculture resource, so we can't play it, unfortunately. Everything else about it's fantastic. No. Need a good start. This isn't bad. Probably a lot of forest tiles, which are actually not good because I can't do anything with them. No Plains Hill either. I hate re-rolling on this. Alright, well this looks fantastic. This looks really good. This is exactly what we're looking for. So, we're back to crossing our fingers and hoping again. Same as before. Looks fantastic, just hope that the AIs play along. I need an agriculture resource because all my research is going to be going into these religious texts, so the only thing my workers can do is farm and build roads. So I have to have an agriculture tech. Like, I'm not going to have animal husbandry forever. So an animal husbandry resource is not going to help me, unfortunately. Like, when you sink all your early resource into religious texts, you don't get worker techs, which is what you would normally be doing. So you're very constrained by your starting techs. Looks like this might... So we've got the bottom of the map locked up down. Alright, so we're apparently in the southeastern part, I think. Guess we'll find out in time. A lot of desert over here. Well, we know what direction not to send our settlers early, assuming we're able to play this map. Alright. So far, nothing bad.
Nature herself has imprinted on the minds of all the idea of
Jungles to the north. This is pretty bad land down here. I guess I got the gold resource. It's worth founding a city on this tile, for sure, just to take advantage of that gold resource. There's Ragnar. There's a... That would be a good place to put a city. A lot of jungle, but that's... corn tile's fortunately not under jungle. So we're all just keeping our fingers crossed now on these religious dice rolls. This must be somewhere in the middle of the map. Alright, there's Mal. To the north. That very first game I tried actually had like one of the better results in terms of AI religious rolls, which I was not expecting to be the case. Just the early ones. If you just get the early ones, that's the big thing. Later religions don't matter that much, because they come too late to make a big difference. Oh, that's nice. A gold resource over there. Another gold resource, because we're going to crash our economy hardcore. Yeah, a second city definitely goes where to grab those 2 resources, because we're going to need that commerce really badly. And then can continue pushing north from there. Again, assuming that meditation doesn't get grabbed on the next turn, or whatever. Alright, come on. Alright. Player wins same turn ties, so we are guaranteed to get Buddhism.
Meditation brings wisdom. Lack of meditation leaves ignorance.
Alright, so far.
Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back.
Alright, now the second part. There's Napoleon. Alright. Oh god, I was thinking for a second someone else founded a religion. I was like, oh no! Alright, this looks fine in terms of the espionage point allocation. 5 turns. Alright. Oh, I forgot, we actually have an Oasis tile. I didn't even realize we had an Oasis tile we've been working. That's really nice. I wonder if we beat someone due to the Oasis. Probably not, but certainly doesn't hurt. Yeah, Churchill's not in the game anymore, fortunately. Alright, so this next warrior can scout in that direction. You can just head like due north to try to find the others. We already know where the second city's going to go to. Probably on one of these 2 tiles, I think. Trying to think which would be better. So if we put a city here, which we will at some point. 1, 2, 1, 2. It would have to go here. Got to be 3 tiles away. I would put this one. I would found this one first, though, because I need to push towards the next player's cities. All right. Kind of a dry. Look at this. A lot of low-quality land up here. Low on food. Alright, it only makes 1 turn of difference, and obviously this tile is so much better, I have to work this. Actually, so it's slower here, but like I'll grow back onto this tile, so I actually will make up the lost commerce. Because like by working this tile, it's -2 commerce, but then I grow onto this tile faster and I make that commerce back, so I actually don't lose anything by doing that. And it's already connected because we're on the river, so I'm going to move here and irrigate this tile next. And then I'll probably start roading up in this direction. I'm actually leading in score. Yep, so we just grow back onto that tile and make the commerce back that we lost. So just keep those fingers crossed. All we can do at this point. There's Shaka. Alright, so now we've met everybody. Borders expanded early. Oh, that's why my score was higher, because I had gotten score for my borders popping and no one else had. Alright, so we're gonna warrior first, but as soon as we hit size 3, we're gonna swap over to settler. And then Mao founded Hinduism. I hope not. This guy is like doing the deep scouting. This warrior here is gonna have to stay relatively close because I want to have a unit with settler. Buddhist monastery. Those suggestions are so terrible. The Oasis tile is actually really nice. Alright, I think... Alright, well... You knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen, because I can't have nice things. You knew it was going to happen, but I'm going to play. I'm going to play this out and just go for it. So close. 3 turns. Unfortunately, now I've sunk all this research into stuff that doesn't help me. Does not accelerate my start. But nothing we can do. There's just nothing we can do. At this point, I'm too frustrated. It is bizarre. It is utterly bizarre the way these AIs have gone for this. At least I got Buddhism. And this research is not wasted because I'll use it to get monotheism, but it is just a WTF. It is a true WTF game. That's 6 games in a row that the AIs who hate religion have beelined very hard for religion. Judaism is an easy grab, right? Because we're gonna want masonry for this. I'm just thinking what I want to research first. So bronze working is really important because it lets me whip settlers. I'm wondering if I want to go pottery to build cottages, or if I think I go mining bronze working because I can hook up the gold tile if I go mining bronze working. So I think I go mining bronze working. But like I could have had mining done already and like a third of the way to bronze working if I had not sunk this wasted research into polytheism without getting the religion. So it's Mao. It's Mao. It's freaking Mao. The AI who has the lowest religion score in the game is the one who researched Hinduism. What the heck? Seriously. What is going on? He has the lowest religion score in the game. Come on. It's just... I don't know what to do. I don't know what is going on in this game. Anyway, everything else about this start looks great. Everything else looks fantastic. We got a fantastic capital. We have a great place for our second city. But I am just left utterly baffled by that. So I should have swapped over last turn. Oh wait, no I shouldn't. It just grew this turn. And we just had a lot of food overflow. Okay. And that's no faster. Okay. I don't know what to say. Again, some of you, like Jack in chat is like, I've literally done this variant and the AIs do not found the religions. They never do. So it's just something about this particular playthrough is causing the AIs to behave like in a way I've never seen them behave. So who the heck? It's good. It's not like impossible. It's just their religion will spread and they'll get a lot of culture for it. It's much easier if you control the first 3 religions, because the ones that come after the first 3 come late enough that they don't have much of an influence. But like he'll get 5 culture from having that holy city, and now the religion's going to spread because it auto spreads, and they're going to get free culture off that. It just makes it a lot harder. That's all. It's just frustrating because it just makes no sense at all. Nothing about that makes any sense. It's completely bizarre, but that's life. Play the hand you're dealt. We'll see what we can do. So I'm going to start roading towards the next city spot. Just because there's nothing else for this worker to do until the settler's done. As soon as the settler's as soon as the settler founds, I'll be farming that tile. Yeah, I'm not world building out his religion, although I am tempted. Road on a floodplains takes quite a while, but again, there's not really anything else to do. I could farm the other floodplains, I guess, but it's not that valuable to do that. Like, I'd mine this tile if I had mining done, but I don't. So why this tile? Why this spot and not this one? Because I can't use the sheep yet. I don't have animal husbandry, but I can use the corn. And hopefully we can get Judaism to pop in that spot. Anyway, I guess I'm sending both warriors out scouting, I guess. And hey, we managed to see the capital. We also got an ear wet corn. Still looking to find the other civs. I guess they're not that close. I mean, I found their scouts. I haven't found them. That's what I mean. They're probably... I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, there's Napoleon. So yeah, we just need to push north as fast as we can with cities and claim as much territory as possible.
The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones.
So since we have a ton of food, slavery is going to be very powerful for this game. All right, so we got the road done. Not that it does anything right now. It just helps movement. So if you're wondering why barbarians were turned off for the game, this is why. So I can farmer's gambit like this. So Mal is going to be the first target. First one to face the cultural pressure we have intended. All right, so one of the AI should be over there. Like, we haven't found them yet, but there should be an AI over there. There's Ragnar, okay. So now the only one we're missing is Shaka, who's probably over here, probably. Now, unfortunately, there's not a great spot to found a city over here. We will push in that direction anyway, but there's not as good terrain, unfortunately. So we'll have to see. There is the corn. I guess there's this, but we kind of need ironworking for that. I'll probably try to get a city in this direction too soonish, just so I can start pushing out culture. I guess I could take advantage of this. I could put a city on this tile, which is not a great spot, but like I will be able to cut this down eventually and then make use of that. At least get some culture going. That's probably the best early spot in that direction. We'll see. Yeah, it would be nice if I could get a road on this hill tile too, because then the settler can go 1, 2, 3, 4 right onto this tile. Then move here and then move like this. All right, so there's Shaka. All right, I still can't really believe that Mao founded that religion, because like you're gonna see his borders pop very quickly from this, because instead of getting 2 culture per turn from the palace, he gets 5 culture. He goes from 2 culture per turn to 7 culture per turn. Like, it's a huge increase, and then he'll pop his borders. But like I said, it just makes the game harder in a way that's totally unnecessary. Oh god, what a capital that is. Wet corn, gems. Okay, Shaka. I'm high rolling over there. At least we know more or less what we have to do. And hey, we got vision on Ragnar's capital. That's nice. Okay. So we know what we've got to do. If we can get cities like up, if we can like get most of what's below here, we'll be in relatively good shape. I don't know how much of that we'll be able to get, because this is Monarch. The AI is not a joke on Monarch. We'll see. We're going to make sure that we... All right, so there's another Chinese city right there. At least he didn't send it south. He sent it towards Ragnar, not towards us. That's pretty nice. So that's a small break of luck. All right, so we're going to finish that warrior. Why do we have so... Oh, this is the overflow. I was like, why do we have so much production this turn? Because it was the overflow from the food. So we're going to go to size 4. And at size 4, we'll probably... I think what we'll do is we'll grow to size 4. We'll 2-pop whip the next settler at size 4. Because we have a lot of food. Get vision on that Chinese city. Oh, wow, he only planted that. It's on this tile right here, I think. No, wait, never mind. He didn't found a city. His borders just popped. He didn't found a city. It's just a border pop. Okay. So we're going to need a name for this city, by the way, if you guys want to come up with one. For great justice. Feel free to suggest other things. So I'm going to need this next warrior to stay home on military police duty to keep the city happy. guess you can put a turn into a road there rather than doing nothing. Roads being like one of the very, very few things you can build outside of your cultural borders. So I haven't loved any of the names. I actually like Philistinia the most out of these that have been suggested. I'm thinking, do I actually want to build a worker at size 1 here? Because I don't know if I need a warrior that badly. Maybe we should just grow to size 2 quickly. Because normally I would have it start a granary, but I don't have pottery tech yet. So we farm this. And then we mine. Yeah, we wanted to grow to size 2 because at size 2 it works both of these tiles. Yeah, size 2 worker at size 2. I think Myth's correct. All right, so this will start pushing out our culture in this area at least. Let's see if we can get some more info on Napoleon up here. This should be the edge of the map over here, if I'm correct. Like, this is a small map. It's not that big overall. We're in a pretty good spot. Like, Beijing would be the perfect spot because we'd have, like, the AIs on every side, but this is pretty good. Like, we're reasonably close to the middle of the map. We have access to, like, we can push. Basically, it means we can push against all of the AIs, not just 1 or 2 of them. All right. So, obviously, our income goes down as a result of that because we got to pay maintenance on that city. Okay, and I don't want to get trapped behind Ragnar, so I think I'm going to not head off in that direction. I don't think the continent goes very far and further in that direction. I could be wrong, but I don't think it goes much further. All right, so we're size 4. This is good. Let's keep growing. Growth is more important than production right now. We do want to work this tile eventually, but for right now, this is fine. Want that extra point of commerce, so we'll finish the warrior. Again, the warrior is not really important. The warrior is just needed for military police. When we are close to growing, we swap to the settler, and then we 2-pop whip it. Which means we're going to need some happiness resources connected to deal with that. But I think we have... we're going to have the gold. That's right. We're going to have the gold resource. So that'll give us a much-needed point of happiness. That's about it for... oh, we also could adopt our religion, too. We can also swap into Buddhism if we need another point of happiness. This is a fantastic start in every way other than Mao founding that religion. We'd be in such better shape if he had not. Need to get to the trade screen with them. I just wanted to see if any of them had founded a religion yet, or founded a city yet. So far, none of them have. Declare war on Mao. He's like, I'm listening. All right, none of them have adopted a religion yet. Or have founded a city yet. That's good.
It is entirely seemly.
We are going to revolt, but I always just say not right now. All right. So I'm going to delay pottery for the time being to do masonry and then finish polytheism and then go monotheism. Masonry first so we can connect the stone here. All right. So we go 1 more turn. And then we swap to the settler and whip it. There is the question of where do we send this settler, which is a good one. And I think it goes here, even though this is a poor city spot. I just need to push in the direction of claiming land. And if I can mine that gold tile, it's not a wasted city. That said, I'm a little low on worker labor, so maybe I should push a worker first. Actually, I think that's right. I think I should push a second worker first, then whip the settler. I think that makes more sense to do. Because if I whip the settler first, then I'm regrowing at lower pop. They're all cautious toward me, except Shaka, who's annoyed. Also, at some point, I'll have to get an actual unit in this city, but the AIs actually won't declare war for, like, the early turns of the game. They're actually programmed not to, because otherwise they could just run over the human player very early. Oh, I can chop now, that's right. Yeah, although chopping... It's more important to get these resources connected. Like, mining this, like, quarrying this would be really nice, because it would get me the... it'd get me a 5 production tile, which is really nice. Now, the quarry would take forever to finish, because they're a slow thing to do, but I have to get started at some point. And I also would like to get stone connected, because I'm going to want to make a run at both pyramids and Stonehenge at some point. So the chops are probably going to be saved for Stonehenge. Like, the way that I want to chop with Stonehenge is I'll want to chop with... here it is, with Organized Religion in place for the plus 25%. So here on Epic Speed, the chops are 30 production base before you have math. So they'd be with 25, so they'd be 37 each. And Stonehenge is 180, so that's 4 forests. Yeah, it's 4 forests. Probably 3 with natural production. So that's doable. But we want to get the stone connected first for that. This is Epic Speed. Yeah, it throws off a lot of things, it being Epic Speed. So that's nice. We've gotten vision on the center tile of 3 of the 4 capitals. All right. Well, actually, should I just go up another size here? Yeah, I probably should just grow another size here then. Like, why not be size 5 instead of size 4? Because then I can work this tile too. Yeah, we might as well do that. So we actually have a pretty cheap worker at this point, because we've got some strong tiles near the capital. This is like halfway done. Alright, so now that we've grown there, alright, let's get the worker. Why not put the production? Because barracks are not really useful. I'd rather have another warrior on the map right now than a barracks. A barracks is not useful at all. It's just extra experience. That's not useful. It's not always peace. I had thought to potentially do an always peace game, but I don't think that this variant would work out under always peace. So if you're wondering why I'm not in why I haven't flipped into slavery is because it does have an upkeep cost. I guess it hasn't kicked in yet though. Oh well. I have no need to be flipping civics back and forth, so I might as well hold off right now. There's Shaka. Is that it looks like a second city from him. You can start coming back here and see if you can spot if Mao's got a city. He doesn't yet. Oh wait, yes he does, Shanghai. They've all got a city now. Except Napoleon. He doesn't have one. There we go. So Philistine has finished this. Let's see. So I might as well finish the road while I'm here, because I would save a turn on movement, and I already have 1 turn into the road already, so I might as well. Oh, it's also about to pop borders. Here's where creative is nice to have. Get that sweet border pop. Also, if we can make this the holy city, we'll actually pop and grab this ivory relatively quickly, which would be nice for happiness. Okay, well, I guess we know where Ragnar's city is. Gotta get this guy back down here. So this is nice. We're already getting some pressure on Ragnar's city. His city's on that tile. So we'll probably look to cram a city in between the 2 of these. If he doesn't expand the borders, maybe on this tile right here, because that could grab this. Just put a sign here. Now, if his borders pop, that's not a viable spot, but it's not a bad spot to be looking at settling, because we need to get culture up in his face. And then, of course, we also need to defend this, because, you know. Oh, that's right. Where's copper? Oh, here's a copper resource. Okay. We are going to need to get copper so that we can defend ourselves. Wasn't even thinking about that, but there's one there. And that appears to be the only copper we're going to have, so... Unless all your base is going to expand to grab that in time, so we don't need to waste a city. All your base will take care of that. Plains tile northwest. Okay, so here's the thing. If we settle on this tile, let's see, so we would have less pressure. We would have less pressure on this city, but we'd have more on Beijing. I don't know. I don't want to be right on top of Beijing, at least not in this stage of the game. I actually still like this spot more, personally, but we'll see. I wouldn't say no army can hurt you on Monarch. It's not as hard as some of the other difficulties, but it's not a joke. I can't settle... oh, you're right. This is an illegal spot because he's on this tile. You're correct. That is an illegal spot. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, he's on this tile right here. So no, I can't settle there. I would probably settle here in that case. Yeah, so this is probably the better spot. It's not good for pushing on Beijing, but it'll give me some control. I might be able to get this tile eventually, which would then allow me to hit Beijing. Quick rule for culture. I'll repeat this a lot of times in the game, but this is important. Culture pushes very strongly in straight lines. It pushes weakly on the diagonals. So, like if I put a city here, it will hit this spot very hard because it's pushing in a straight line. It will hit Beijing weakly because it's pushing on a diagonal. It's just due to the way the city borders pop in Civ4. Like if you look at how Philistina's borders pop, it has these tiles, but it doesn't have this tile. And if you look at my capital, I have this tile 3 tiles away, but I don't have much over here, like in the diagonal. So strong vertically, weak diagonally. Yeah, and I do have to defend the cities I capture. That's an important point. We should be able to get vision of his city right here. All right, so we can move up there. This is probably the best tile to work right now, even though it's a sad, unimproved tile. Like, I don't want to do this. It slows down growth too much. I don't really need the warrior to finish faster. Anyway, but we almost have this worker done. This will get us... we're going worker here at Philistina next. Looking pretty good. And then we're going to whip out this settler for that spot.
It is from their foes, not
all right,
their
so we now finish polytheism.
the lesson of building high walls.
And like having these gold tiles is really important because otherwise our economy is going to crash. This is going to keep us from crashing. There we go. So there's the city. Alt-S also removes signs. I didn't know that. I'll take your word. I'll have to try that. Let's just try it. Ah. Ha. Didn't know that. Did not know that. So what's this worker going to do first? Probably improve this. Do have masonry. Yeah, probably improve this and then also road this tile. Actually, I might even road it first because that way the settler who gets whipped can go 1, 2, 3 and then 1, 2. Yep, I think that's what we do. And then after improving it, it's going to race over here and mine this tile. This is going to be a crummy city. It's basically just going to work this gold tile, and that's pretty much it. And just eat up terrain, basically. Total junk city, but it'll eat up space for us. All right, no, we don't want... well, I need the city to grow. I don't have another good tile to work because I don't want to whip this until it gets... I don't want to produce the settler until the food box is mostly full. All right. I'm wondering if I should do the obelisk because... No, this is not the... So I do want a city to run priests to get a shrine unlocked, but this is not the one to do it. It's not the city to do it with. All right. I need like a high food city somewhere else. Yeah, you were just going to skedaddle down here before the borders expand. 5 turns on that mine. As long as Judaism... Yeah, Philistina should get Judaism, I hope. I would be a little surprised if someone else gets it, but have been surprised before. Forest growth? Random, okay. Another thing to chop. Alright, so we need 2 more turns of this. 2 more turns, and then we swap to the settler. Alright. Good, you're back. Alright, so I want to go explore over here now, because Mal probably has his second city in that direction somewhere. We know where Shaka's second city is, it's here. We know where Ragnar's second city is, over here. I am assuming that Mal's second city is in this direction. So we need to now... Philistina should get us a lot of culture in this direction. Now we're going to need to push in this direction. It would be ideal to get over here. Like, if I could get this river valley, that would be so nice. It's all jungle right now, but I can cut it down eventually. I want to get this spot first, because it doesn't require as much builder labor, or worker labor.
Not at all similar
Thinking in
to
Civ
the race
6,
of the
Civ
immortal
6 terms,
gods
builder labor.
and the race of
Alright,
man
so monotheism. We're going to need about 15 turns to get this. Less one, well, something like, at least we almost have this done. Well, this is cool. We actually managed to get to size 3. Very nice, before we started the worker here. And that worker's not going to take that long. Plus, Philistina was able to build a warrior for itself. Okay, so now we swap over here to the settler. You go back there, 12 turns. So... and we probably should get into slavery at this point. So each whip produces 45. So we would get 90 from a whip, so we need about 3 or 4 turns for this. All right. On to the worker. There we go. Yay, gold tiles are good. So watch, our total Civ right now makes 12 commerce net. We are paying, we're paying 4 city maintenance. So whole economy is 12 right now, right? Well, now it's 19, so that's a 50% increase in our entire economy off that. That makes a big difference. All right, now quarries take forever to build, but we need this because we're going to be working on chopping afterwards. So you work on the quarry. The sooner it starts, the sooner it'll finish. And you can just hang out in that city for right now. So we've already almost managed to seal off this corner down here. And I built the road first so that the settler can go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Otherwise, I would have built the quarry first. Yeah, you have to, like, the turns can throw you off on epic speed. So I want to road this tile. Because I want to connect the gold to my trade network. So that's going to take 3 turns to build this. And then we'll build then we'll move here and road. So then we'll almost have a road up to Philistina. Then I'll have to road this tile. Alright, so Mal did found a city over here. I think, no, that's still from his capital. Those big expanded borders from his capital. No, wait, no, it's not. That's not part of his capital. He's got 3rd ring borders. They only extended these 3 tiles, not this one. And now it's time to start researching. 9 turns, yeah. Should get us there. Steal the worker? No, we're not stealing the worker. I was like, oh god, is he moving units for here to attack? But it's just 2 scouting units by coincidence happen to be on the same tile. Alright. So I think we can whip this next turn. Yeah, next turn we can... yeah, next turn we can whip this. Then we'll regrow. Yeah, they're not really settling toward me so far. That's really good news. And when Philistina pops her borders, which, again, hopefully will come with Judaism, we'll seal off this little corner here so the AIs can't slip a settler down in this direction. That's the hope anyway. And we should have enough culture to control this tile from Philistina, because it's very, like, Beijing's not going to be able to control this, but Philistina, it would take 4th ring borders, but with an early holy city we should get there. It's what, 750 culture. Because like you can see the capital's already getting close to this. I'm going to have to road over to it, but probably when I do some chopping I can do a little bit of that. Alright, so it was next turn. I guess we're just short this turn. I thought this would be enough. What are we short? So we're at... we need 9... Yeah, we need one more turn. That's not too bad, though. Alright, so we have this done. So now we're going to road this tile. Culturally flipping a city with a shrine is not noticeably harder. Alright, so we whip this. Alright, so now we will regrow immediately to size 4. And then the settler will be done. Alright, so what do I want? So I have a lot of overflow. I'm going to put the overflow into Stonehenge. It's too bad I don't have that finished. Don't have the stone connected to get the bonus on the overflow, but I want to take that 17 overflow and put it in something more valuable. Alright. So, hey, did we get vision on every capital? No. Didn't get it on Shaka. Still looking pretty good here. This is 4 more turns to finish. Here, we're building that road for a trade connection. I'm actually going to build another worker here. Because this worker is going to be busy helping this city get started. This guy can probably come down here and help chop, but I'd like to have 2 workers chop out Stonehenge. Stonehenge is big not just for the culture in each new city, but also because it starts ticking towards a great profit, which will be helpful. All right, here we go. What a garbage city that's going to be. All right, you can now start moving back. You've gotten that explored. I'm surprised to we should be able to see, if we move here, we should be able to get vision on that city. Always nice to be able to keep track of what's been built. Because, like, I can see Uppsala does not have any buildings done yet. Beijing has a barracks, and that's it. Nothing but barracks yet. No granary. Nothing here either. I haven't been able to build granaries because I still don't have pottery tech yet. By the way, we need a name for this city, you guys. Sydney. You are okay, buddy. I take you when I'm done. I'm not done streaming, okay? It's only 1:30 here. It's only 1:30, okay? It has bananas. Yeah, bananas eventually. But it's basically garbage. It's just there to work the gold tile, so I'm going to need to... This worker is going to have to come up here and mine the gold tile. Otherwise, it's a wasted city. Klondike. Klondike's good. What does it work on? A warrior to defend itself, probably. What a garbage city. It'll be okay eventually. Yeah, with the bananas, it can be decent eventually, but it's not good right now, that's for sure. Oh, I still can't see. Oh, but I'll be able to see over the lake in a turn or so. All right. So where's our next city going? In this corner. We need to push in this direction next. I might found on this tile. On the spices, maybe. Because that'll get the rices eventually. Again, garbage city until we can get... garbage city until we can get alt S for removing signs. Yes, thank you. Now, I should be looking to whip something here. Probably whip the granary. I think what we do here next is grow to size 4 and 2-pop whip the granary. Like, I think that's the next play here. Obviously, I don't have the tech for granaries yet, but... Yeah, 3 cities fairly early on. I mean, it helps that I have strong terrain. Okay, so we don't want to build Stonehenge now. I was just doing that. Oh, hey, we got the extra happiness. Yay! Okay. So we'll go back to that, but for now we're gonna... Another warrior? For now, while we're growing, yes. Because I can't build granaries yet. I do want another worker at some point, though. Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to build a worker next, but I want to grow back to size 5 because I can get to size 5. So I'm going to grow back to size 5 first, and then I'll build the worker. So the one other thing I want this worker to road this tile next because that will make a trade route between Philistina and all your base, and that's worth 2 commerce, which is significant this early. Also helpful for movement purposes too. But then after the road's done, we'll go 1, 2. We'll move down here, and then we're going to move and look to chop over here. These forests are not. Well, actually, we should chop the ones next to the river first because you can build cottages. But I'll probably chop this, and then also road over to the copper, which is being my borders in 20-ish turns. But we have to road in the near, like we have to get started roading early because we are going to want to be able to build some axes just to defend against the AI. I'm not looking to get aggressive early. By variant rule, I can't even walk into their territory, but I need to have some units on hand in case they would get aggressive. All right, so you're going here. I'm going to try to find Napoleon's second city. All right, there we go. So why do I have vision now suddenly here? It's because I can see across the lake. I wasn't able to see because normally when you're on a hill, you'd be able to see over the hill, but the forest blocked vision. But by standing here, I can see over the lake, and that's how I can see Shanghai. Oh, well, we got a new city, apparently, Guangzhou. Okay, well, that's going to be one of our early flip targets then. Mao's third city, yeah. Okay. That's fine. This is still where we want to put our next city, but we may not be able to. We probably have a decent chance to be able to plant here or here, though. Because Philistine, if it becomes the holy city, will control these tiles. It'll control these here, third ring. It'll definitely control its third ring tiles. That's an illegal city spot because it's only 2 from Uppsala. But, oh god, these are all illegal city spots, aren't they? Ugh. All illegal spots. Jesus. That's very obnoxious. All illegal spots now. Boy, they really put that city in such a way that it screwed me over, didn't it? All illegal. Okay, well, you know what's not an illegal spot? Right here. And if we can flip Guangzhou, then we can look to push from there. That's why that city was so bad. Yeah. We'll see. We can always plant the city here and push on Guangzhou from that direction. Yeah, very obnoxious spot. Well, or we could always put a city back here, apparently. Hey, it could happen. You never know. Yeah, flip and then disband. All right, so we finished this. Probably better to work this tile. Yeah, it doesn't slow down growth. It's only... Nah, I still want the growth, though. Even though that's a much better tile, I still want that growth. Even though it doesn't speed it up, it does for the next whip cycle. All right, so you're going to that tile. So move here, road, cancel the road just so you do something useful this turn. There's Napoleon. All right, well, Napoleon's second city went in a direction that's good for us. If we can get over here, I'll be feeling a little bit better. How many more turns on that whip cycle? All right, 10 more turns. We'll be ready to whip another settler as soon as that whip cycle comes off cooldown. I don't know if that's the right terminology, as soon as that cycle comes off cooldown. But that's how I think of it. All right. So remember, player wins ties, so we will get our religion. It should go in Philistina. There's a small chance to go in Klondike, but it should go in Philistina. There we go.
I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
All right. All right. That's good. All right, so now we can finally belatedly do pottery. And you... I don't have... Well, what I really want is for you to build a granary, but I don't think you can do that right now. So why don't you just do another worker for right now? I don't see any reason why not. Gonna need workers for sure. All right. So the nice thing is now we've got lots of religion, or lots of culture coming out of this city. So we should be able to control these tiles, which sadly are all illegal for cities. But this tile is not. So we could put a city here to push on Uppsala, More likely, though, I'd put one over here to push on Guangzhou. Or, no, that's an illegal spot because it's too close to Klondike. It would have to be this tile. But we could push on Guangzhou. Ideally, we would disband that and then found a city up here. That's all come down the road, of course, but that's kind of the plan. So we now have stone connected. So with stone connected, we can come down here and look to start chopping forests into Stonehenge, which will be helpful. There's Napoleon City. And yeah, we want to see if we can get as much as possible over here. Actually, if I could get this tile would be even better. It's a ridiculous reach at this point, but it's on a hill, and which is good for the defensive bonus. And it would have that wheat, which we could actually farm, and then we could look to backfill. Risky as all hell to get over there. When you culturally flip a city, you can raise it. Yeah. All right. So worker, this will work out perfectly. We'll do the worker, and then we whip the settler as soon as the worker's done. Part of the reason why I'm building all these workers is because, as I said, I can't do granaries yet, which is what I really want. I'm going to need these 2 workers. Yeah. So you come down here and chop that. You want to... I think I'll send you to this tile. All right, cool. We got vision on another city. Nice. Just trying to keep eyes on what's going on out there. All right, so you are going to help scout for the moment. 8 turns here for poor Klondike, which is a terrible city. Workers are always useful, yeah. I'll stop building workers as soon as I can build granaries, but I kind of need them. Like, this way I can at least get something done. And I do want some chopping. Do want to do some chopping as well. I just have to remember to switch into organized religion and Judaism. And Buddhism, excuse me, to take advantage of that. The one thing, though, is when I'm in Buddhism, I'm not getting the culture from this holy city. So I want to limit how much time I spend in Buddhism. Also, Mao will dislike me more if I'm in a foreign religion. I mean, he doesn't care that much because religion is not a priority for him. +5, all right. But it does affect him. And of course, I want to build a cottage on this floodplains tile too. All right, we're actually not going to take long to get to pottery. It's nice. So yeah, these warriors are just keeping track of the AIs right now, keeping the map explored. Can be useful in a fight later on. Philistina, yeah, that's right. I was going to grow to size... Well, actually we should probably whip the worker and then grow to size 2 afterwards. And then maybe chop the granary, because we should start building... Yeah, we can start building cottages with this worker. These 2 tiles in particular, we want a cottage. Start getting some commerce going. And that'll help the granary along, too. The chop going into it. So that's 5 turns. Yeah. We can line this up reasonably well. All right, there we go. Nice. Now, hopefully there's not more Shaka cities coming in this direction. So wait a minute. So we get... Oh, I forgot. Stone. With stone, we get doubled. So we get about 70 production per chop. So those 2 chops will probably... What is that? Yeah, those 2 chops should be enough to finish Stonehenge. I forgot how cheap it is. We're also going to want the pyramids because representation is going to be really big. But we can wait on that. Don't need the Great Wall. Why not go for Judaism? So the reason would be I want organized religion. I'm planning not to run either religion, but I want to run Judaism so I can take advantage of organized religion on these chops. That's the logic there. We're not declaring war. You're just skedaddling out of here before the borders expand. Yeah, Stonehenge is really nice for this. How close is Philistine to expanding borders? Alright, it's a little ways off. And we're not too far off from being able to whip. I think next turn we can whip there. 5 turns away on that mine. It takes a long time for mines to finish. Alright, so you have very little to do here. I'll probably just have you do a worker because there's... no, you're gonna do pottery here. Get a granary because you have such low food surplus. You need the food really badly. But you can put 1 turn into a worker. Because why not? And you can just hang out here. I've got enough warriors scouting right now. Alright, so we're doing a good job. We've mostly sealed off the south at this point. Mostly. So, like, another reason why the religion is so obnoxious is, like, he got the Hinduism spread, and now the borders are going to pop at Guangzhou instead of just sitting there. Now, he won't get control of these tiles. In fact, we'll probably be able to control the third ring tiles, but he's still getting culture for free, which is not ideal. Alright, so far Shaka doesn't have that in his terrain, under his control. Alright, so we're going to have this. Oh, and I can whip this turn, that's right. Alright, so we do that. Working our 2 good tiles, there's our trade route. Like, eventually, once the frontier's settled, we'll backfill in cities like this. Like, this is a pretty decent city, because it has a food resource and a gold. And, like, I can form another good city down here using these resources, but, like, because of the way the game... And another good city over here with the fish. So, like, there's room for some more good cities that'll power the economy. But I need to push cities towards the AI first, because I can't get that terrain later on. That has to come first. Alright, so we need to swap into... Organized religion. See, organized religion costs 1 gold per turn. And we need to swap into Buddhism. And this is why being spiritual is nice. Just for these chops. Because they're about to land. Alright. We finally have most of the early game text done. So we got a question of whether we want to... I think we want animal husbandry next. Just to reveal horses, if nothing else. It's that or... ironworking, but I think animal husbandry, or do we want hunting? I think animal husbandry here. Oh, we even get the overflow into the granary. Ha, nice. Because we need hunting for that. Hold on. Actually, hunting will discount animal husbandry, and it's cheap enough that it's probably saves about as many beakers as it... It will save about 20 beakers, and we're going to need hunting anyway, so why not? We'll just do hunting animal husbandry now. The reason for that is by researching this tech, it discounts animal husbandry's cost slightly. And hunting is a very inexpensive tech, so we'll just do that first. Alright. So this worker, I said we're going to... so this is a little tricky. This tile you want to get rid of because it removes defensive cover of units incoming on the attack, but it is also more likely to get pillaged. This tile is not likely to get pillaged, but I think I need to get rid of this first. I don't want units to be able to sit next to my city in defensive cover. Oh yeah, and I'm Egypt, duh. I actually forgot about that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm Egypt. Okay, so why did I do all those shenanigans? Well, here's why. So that worker's 1 turn away. We swap to Stonehenge. Now this chop finishes. Now Stonehenge is 6 turns. And then next turn, this one will finish, and Stonehenge will be done. Then we'll finish the worker, then we whip the settler, because that... Obviously, I'm not declaring war here. Just trying to move up to this tile, trying to keep vision over here. This guy should probably be, like, up here for more vision. We're going to try to get to that spot. I don't know if we'll be able to get there first, but that's the goal. Let's pray Mao doesn't finish Stonehenge on the inner turn. I mean, I don't think so. But with this game... It wouldn't be shocking, right? With the way this game's gone. Alright, so you now finish that. Stonehenge done. And we already have this tile roaded, right? Yeah. And then we're going to road over here, because this is about to... We're almost done with this. Yeah, I want to road over there to the copper Or no, we have enough time. It's going to be 9 turns for the border. Well, no, but Stonehenge is going to add more culture. Stonehenge is going to add 5 more culture. So it's really, yeah, we need to start the roads now. If I want to, and this is a good time. So there's already a road on this tile. Wasted turn of movement, but sometimes you just have to waste a turn moving. All right, so we've got warriors spotting like all the way here. Just see if I spot anything by moving down here and back. All right, so chop, 30 turns, or 5 turns for a chop. Epic speed. But player wins same turn ties, so we're guaranteed to have Stonehenge. Also, we're about to finish this mine, and that's going to help us with the economy too. Now has marble, but marble doesn't help Stonehenge. For what I'm going for in this game, the stone is more valuable than the marble. The only really crucial marble wonder is Sistine. Have to get Sistine. Hopefully we'll have marble by the time we get there on the tech tree. But since the early wonders you want are Stonehenge and pyramids, which are both stone wonders, it's more important to have stone at your start. All right. So we also get the zoomed out map. So, yeah, 6 turns. Well, we got a lot of culture at our capital. So yeah, we'll road over there, connect that. Just keeping an eye on what these AIs are up to over here. All right, so Klondike now works this tile. Stops growing, unfortunately, but it's not going to grow until that gets done. Now this worker can start roading. I'm going to move back here and just start building a road in this direction to this insanely exposed city. I will have to get some real defense. I'll try to get an axe or two to get up there, but I have to get the copper first. The good news is this is early enough that I don't think a lot of the AIs have axes yet. That's the hope. I can't see what resources they have connected, but I can just look at like what's in their territory. Also, if I'm Egypt, it would be nice to get some war chariots out. They're very cheap to build, and they're very strong in the early game. Okay. All right, so now we finished that worker who's 1 turn away. Wait, I thought there was a worker who was 1 turn away. Did I finish? Oh, I finished that with the overflow. Did I? Yeah, okay, yes, I finished that. So now we go to the settler. Whip timer has worn out, so now we whip the settler in a couple turns. Yeah, a couple turns. It's either that or go to size 6 and 3 pop whip, but I don't think I want to do that. All right, so you can come over here and help road. Do I road? Yeah. Do I want to put a road on this tile? I don't know that I need. Yeah, I probably do, just because I'm already up here. And that way, if I road this tile, there's a road that connects. But it is 4 turns. If I just road in this direction, I think I'll skip it. Just road in this direction. Again, I'm just trying to watch to make sure that there's no AI stuff incoming. So I want to flip out of this religion as soon as possible. 1 more turn. Okay, only 1 more turn. That's nice. All right, hunting.
You will lose them both.
Animal husbandry. Oh, we actually have a lot of overflow here. I think I might actually get to that spot first, and then if I can backfill from there. Some of these warriors are just going to defend in that city. I'm probably going to have 2 warriors in that city. Now, that's not much in the way of defense, but it's better than 1 warrior. 2 warriors is better than 1 warrior. All right, so we can now go back to no state religion. And we can actually drop organized religion as well, because I don't have a state religion, so there's no reason to run organized religion. And it'll save me a point of gold each turn. So I might as well. So we're back to nothing. Back to no religion, which means Philistina is set to pop borders in 6 turns. That means I can now connect this in 6 turns. So as soon as this is done, Well, I need to build the cottage first, but then I can road this and then camp that. Yeah, I'm trying to road toward... That's what these workers are doing. They're roading towards that spot just to speed a settler along. That's the hope. Hope that Shaka doesn't get there first. We'll see. He's the one who's most likely to grab that spot. Or has he... How many cities do the AIs have, just out of curiosity? So 3 for Mao. Only 2 for Shaka. Only 2 for Ragnar. It is only Monarch. I guess I'm used to the... I guess it's partly because this is on epic speed. I'm like thrown off a little bit by how slowly things are happening. I think that's part of it. Alright, so the chop went into Philistina. That's nice. Granary more than halfway done now. And then we want to cottage that tile. So it gets to +4 food surplus while working both of these. That's a little bit low, but I think that's okay for right now. Culture pops in 3 turns. Looks like it's going to take 3 turns to road the tile, so I think we lined that up pretty well. And we should be able to whip next turn. No, I think another turn after that. But that's okay. We can overflow into the granary. Could run priests in the capital. I guess so, but the capital is slowly stacking up great person points already. At some point, maybe we'll run priest. The problem is priest specialists are pretty bad. Like, the priest specialist is one production, 1 gold. Like, that's not very good. It's not a very productive way to use a population point. So, much better to run other stuff, if possible. Alright, so these two both finished their roads. So we're going to road that tile. Do the cottage here. Road here. You can just chill here for right now. I'm gonna maybe stand on that tile, because that gives me the most vision into Shaka's territory. Alright. Next turn we whip the settler. Next turn. And then we're just going to grow. And the culture's about to pop for this. So he wants open borders. Boy, this is actually a tough call. Because it would improve relations, but it also means you can walk through my borders, which is not ideal. He's far enough away that open borders probably don't matter that much. Let's say yes. Because right now I'm not really blocking him at all. I don't know if I would say that with Mao and especially Ragnar. Because Ragnar's going to want to get through my borders. Fortunately, in 3 turns, this pops and it seals off the east. Well, there's a city here. Ooh, okay, so Napoleon founded a city here. But that does not make this an illegal spot. That's 3 tiles. Also, now we can check out his territory. That might induce Shaka not to run in that direction. Yes, Sydney's letting us know he's there. Gonna get quite a bit of overflow, which I guess I'll put in the granary. So yeah, at this point it's just how quickly that settler can walk up there. Like, we've got the workers building roads. But the terrain's rough enough that it's gonna take them a little while. Just diagonal all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diagonal tiles. We'll see. Cross your fingers we can get up there. If we lose this spot, we can get something over here. But this would be really nice, because then we get a spot here, potentially. Also, it looks like ironworking needs to be the next tech, because there's a fair bit of jungle that we're going to have to deal with. Like, then we could get this spot here. Something up here by Shanghai. This is probably a good spot here. Now, you might say, well, that spot looks horrible. Why would you want that? If we can flip this tile, then we'd be able to work... Like, if we can get enough culture to flip this ring of tiles, then we'd be able to steal these from Shanghai. And then this city would actually be good. Alright.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy cattle,
So I think ironworking's next.
flocks of thy sheep.
Alright. While your base. Put that overflow into a granary. and just grow as fast as you can. Do we have horses? Oh, there's horses outside Klondike's borders. Okay. Any other spot? Over there? Okay. Well, that certainly slots this city up in the priority chain. Because we do want to get those horses. Alright, anyway. And wow, this was good planning. I can't say it was I planned it that exact, just kind of worked out, but those workers are right there ready to improve that tile. You can just fortify here. So ironworking is an expensive tech. That'll take a little while to get to. Yeah, literally just trying to head in that direction as fast as possible. So this does give us a chance to scope out Chaka's territory. Philistinia's cottage, still working on that. Should pop borders in 2 turns. Yep, 2 turns. Guangzhou has now expanded its borders, of course. Like the true filler spots, like this is probably a filler spot we grab here. But like that can come down the road. That's not a priority. This is something we'll definitely be able to control. Sullla, we actually have a pretty good chance of flipping down the road. I mean, if this game goes the way I want it to, we'll definitely flip it at some point. Some horses would definitely be nice just to play zone defense, because you can see my territory is going to be very overstretched, to say the least. Alright, there's the Zulu capital. So I can road this before the settler moves, but not that it's going to help, though. Alright, so 5 turns to get there. Hoping we can win this race. Shaka has farmed that tile and now is engaged in cottaging and roading it. Hey, if we can take this tile away from him, we'd have that have a gems resource, which would be awesome. How are we doing in terms of power vis-a-vis the AIs, by the way? I'm sure we're last, but how badly are we in last? Not that badly. Considering how we've built no military other than warriors, that's not bad. A couple, if we can get a couple axes out, we'll actually be okay. Philistinia might be able to build some. As soon as its granary is done, it can, because like this whip cycle's almost over. We can two-pop whip, we can do the two-pop whip for the axes, right? Where you get 2 axes, like you know how like normally you would build it to, you would get like 4 production and then you would 2-pop whip. So yeah, we can 2-pop whip some axes here. I think that's the way to go. Like 2-pop whip and get 2 axes for it. Because that would give us some actual heft, not just warriors. These are some pretty aggressive AIs. Yeah, look at that border pop. Mmm, tasty. Also, it's going to be nice to get calendar tech eventually. So this part of the border is fully sealed. The AI is not getting anything here. I don't know if I want to try to push a city back here. I think that might be going a little far. We'll see though. All right, anyway. Still, it's just fun to see the borders expand like that. Oh, there's a Napoleon city over here now? Oh wait, yeah, that's a new one, duh. I should be able to see the city. There we go. I was like, I might as well move to see the city center. So these workers are just pushing their way through the jungle. It's a shame I don't have a 3rd worker, so they could road in 1. I guess it doesn't matter that much, because it's 3 turns to road. Yeah, capital's quite strong. All right, as I suspected, it was going to grab this tile, which I don't want, because it takes an extra turn to grow. Although, we're working on the granary, so that actually is better here. Because we do need the granary to finish. So that actually is the better tile to work here. And then, of course, we're going to run in Cottage of Floodplains as soon as this is done. So that cottage should be just about done. It looks like Philistine is growing slow, but remember, epic speed and the granary is not done yet. Grow much faster once that's done. Oh, we actually have a trader to Napoleon. He's got his crabs connected. I think I'll pass on the crabs. Once the granary's done, we will get another settler out of here. That whip timer is slowly starting to reset. Next city will probably be something over here, even though it's garbage, just because we need to focus on locking down these borders. Or maybe this spot. Actually, I might go for this spot because I do want horses. Like, I do want this spot too in time, but I think that can wait for sure. Like, you do want those cities to claim to have some kind of resource if possible. I wonder if I could get a city over here. That would certainly be hilarious. I do have open borders with Shaka. Put a city on this hill tile. It misses the fish, but it would have this. It would be on a hill. It would be easier to defend. How do we have a trade route to Napoleon? It's a good question. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe he has sailing. He probably has sailing. That's my guess. So Shanghai expanded its borders. It has a monument. I think we're going to get this spot. I don't want to say it too early. Don't want to jinx it, but I think odds are at this point we're going to get it. Because I don't see any AI units in this immediate area. Alright, so yay, we got the cottage done. Yay! Get some more income coming in. So yeah, next road here, and then connect that, so we have another happiness resource. Philistine is not going to grow past size 4 anyway, because it's going to be, as I said, it's going to be whipped for 2 axes. Wait, how much do they cost on this? So they cost 52. Alright, so each whip is 45. So we would just have to be short of 45. Okay. Let's turn on research for ironworking now. It'll get us close. Actually, it won't, because our economy is gonna nosedive again when this city gets planted, but that's all right. Poor Klondike is literally just filling space right now and working that gold tile. That's it. But we're almost done with this. Really need that copper for defense. So we're gonna build an axe, and we can do that because we just finished that mine. There we go. I just need to be careful I don't build this past 45. I just need to put 1 turn into it. And then we'll put the rest into the monastery, because what else would we work on? Let that grow up to the next size. There we go. There's this other city. Wow, Shaka's really weak. Shaka has like nothing. All right. Trying to squeeze some of these cities into their territory while it's still available. Building that road through. All right, so you come down here, road that. You guys need to come road this floodplains, or cottage this floodplains tile. I'll probably eventually cottage this as well, because I have enough food surplus here, but with worker labor in short supply, it's better to improve tiles that are not improved right now, as opposed to bulldozing over improvements I already have on the map. So we're going to need a name for this spot, you guys. The new city, Hope's Peak. That's a good name. I like Hope's Peak. Alright, so yeah, that's all the territory Shaka has claimed. Nice to be creative and have Stonehenge as far as popping borders. Alright, so we almost have this road connected through too. Whoop. Poor Mao has a archer trapped down here. Alright, so we said he had to work 1 turn for the axe. Another 4... would take it to 9. Yeah, that's too many. That's too many, so we have to do the monastery for right now. Just waiting for it to hit size 4. It is filling up its granary food box right now, which is important. can run the whip cycles much faster once the granaries are in place. So yeah, this will finish the granary. As soon as the granary's done, we'll whip another settler, because the whip cycle will be just about done at that point. This is like some of the most aggressive pink dots you'll see. All right, how bad is this going to hurt my economy? Only 5 more. Granary first. That is an aggressive spot for a city. Oops. I was trying to get rid of this. All right. Under that method that you guys explained for me. All right. Cottage. No, we're not attacking Ragnar with our warrior. So kind of a quiet turn here. Let me just think for a second. So we're working on that there. Klondike is just basically sitting there on the gold tile and doing nothing else. I'm trying to think where I want the next city right now. Like Hope's Peak will pop borders in 5 turns. Very fast culture pop. We probably can get control of this tile eventually because it's 3rd ring for Shaka. It's 2nd ring for us. Can probably get that tile under our control. If we can get the 3rd ring, we get the horses too, which would be nice. Also, if we get this, we seal off this border. You'd have to go. It makes anyone who wants to walk has to go around. Like that would cut off Shaka from going east if we'd have to cancel open borders with him. But like if it looks like he's going to try to march through, I can just cancel open borders. Just have to keep an eye on his units. So I'm wondering then if we want to settle for economy or settle for space next. I am curious about putting another city down back here. It would be very hard to control. Settle south? Maybe. I guess I'm not that worried if he settles a city here. If he does, it'll just be flip bait later on. I'm very intrigued at the notion of putting a city on this tile. I'll put a question mark there. Very intrigued by that. It would give me a source of culture like deep in the back lines. I don't know if I could get, let me be clear, I don't know if I can get a settler there. It might be a pipe dream. Shaka's going to found another city eventually, and he's probably going to put it over here. I'm just curious, if it's still there, it might be worthwhile. It wouldn't take that long to walk up there if I have a road all the way to Hope's Peak. We'll see. If it's still there, maybe. Steal the gems mine, yeah. So right now, Shaka has 63 culture on that tile. I probably can take that over eventually. I would need the borders to get out to 3rd ring though. If the borders get to 3rd ring, it will be a ring close, like it'll be his 3rd ring, but it will be my 2nd ring. But eventually, yeah, sure, eventually. Shaka's still not giving. Oh, look, here's a news. Here comes another Mao settler. We might need to put another settler on the Mao border next. I'm just gonna stay here for this turn and see where he moves that unit. That settler. Mao, the thorn in our side. Well, Mao's he's pretty well blocked. We'll probably have to work around wherever this city goes. But yeah, getting something to try to push on his cities. Like, we could always found a city here, even though it would be garbage. We'll see. It depends on where he puts this city. I'm hoping he doesn't try to settle this spot right here, but if he does, we'll see what we can do to work around it. I think he actually might settle this exact tile right here, because it's close to both of these resources. Or he might go here, which would be super annoying. I don't know that I can stop that, though. Probably going for the rice spot or near it. He might be. We'll see. As I said, it's not not quite where I wanted him to go. All right, why? Why would you work this tile over this tile? The city governor picks some weird things sometimes. So, finish that granary. This city is almost grown. Alright, that's not that bad. Makes this an illegal spot, of course. This is now an illegal spot. This is not, though. Probably need to grab this spot before it gets swallowed up by their culture. Because if we have a city here, we can push this back. 1, 2. Yeah, that's unfortunate. 1, 2. But this is a legal spot still. I still think it's easier just... I still literally think it's easier just scrolling out and deleting it. I'm trying to use your hotkey, you guys, but I don't know. It's not working for me. So this needs to be the next spot then, to start putting pressure on this city. And then hopefully we can grab that. Guangzhou has to get to 150 culture, and I don't think it's going to do that for a while. But these have to be the next two spots. I don't think we can play games with getting a city way out there. I think we need to lock down the Chinese border next. Fortunately, this city is absolute garbage. It will take forever to build anything. So we should easily be able to win control of that rice. And with ironworking, we can actually use the rice tile. Plus, Hope's Peak is going to put pressure on that city too. So, all told, not great, but it certainly could be worse. I think I'm just going to fortify this guy over here for right now. We're not far away from ironworking. We're only about 3 or 4 turns. All your base isn't far away from finishing a settler either. Now that with its granary almost done, it'll be able to run faster whip cycles too. All right. So that's just about done there. So now what do I need to... I need to put a cottage on this tile, I think. Yeah, that's probably where I can do that. They can put a cottage here, and then they can go help that new city once it gets founded. And then settle on the silk. Yeah, and then the settle, and then this. Well, so we want a city down here to work these two, right? Probably on this tile, because otherwise, that way we can redeem a tile that's otherwise useless. And there's some good grassland tiles down here. So that, and then on the silk, yeah, silk is a very weak tile. So no need to worry about settling on the silk. Like, you don't waste the resource by doing that. Yep. Yep, that looks good. So I think we've got most of our dot map set, but these two cities are going to have to be next, because that's going to get swallowed up by Chinese culture if we don't put a presence there. And that's probably about as much as we're going to get peacefully, I think. Probably about as much as we're going to get. Stagnation for the Deer City. That's a great name. I hope I can remember that. All right, I'm just going to hold here for right now. Stagnation. We can probably get that in 2 turns. All right, so Philistina. Now we swap over to the axe. 2 pop. Whip that. And we should have enough. Can I highlight how much is in the box right now? Okay, it's not working there. So we have 95 out of 52. I'm going to keep 1 here, and I'm going to shift the other axe over to the west. Can the map pin hold that many characters to remember it for you? Yeah, I think it can. Oh yeah, you're right. I can just put it on the pin itself. Yeah, you can put much more than just an X down. That's usually what I put, but yeah, you can put more than just an X down. Alright, so look, now we get 2 axes in 2 turns. I'll probably do that for a little while out of this city. Let's see how long. Alright, it's faster for you to walk cross country to get there, apparently. All right, we got it. We got the Trans-Siberian Railroad finished here, apparently. Or whatever you want to call this. Made it all the way through. And the borders of Hope's Peak have expanded. Yeah, Lyon is probably going to be toast at some point. If I were to get like a great artist, this is probably the city I would put it in. Oh, look at that. We're just short of ironworking in 2 turns. We'll run this, and then we'll get it next turn. At the end of next turn, I should say. All right, so all your base. That whip duration's almost worn out. Granary's going to finish. Then we swap to Settler, and we'll 2-pop whip the Settler in a couple turns. Long Mile Road, north by northwest. There's still no road connecting North and South America. Do you mean in real life or in this game? Right. So, the whip duration wears off in 2 turns. It's going to take 2 or 3 turns for us to finish this. In real life, well, yeah, because the Panama Canal runs through. Of course there's no road. There's this thing, you may have heard of it, called the Panama Canal. No, but yeah, that's why. I love the movement across rivers in this game. So much better than in Civ 6 with its bizarre you can't cross rivers movement rules. Alright. So you guys need to start getting up there. We can actually chop the jungle on this rice tile, even if it's not in our borders, which is pretty cool. So I could work the cottage, but it's a little bit less. Takes a little longer. Also, we now have the ivory connected, which is great for happiness. We do need to road it, but... Hey, Sydney. Oh, you so impatient, buddy. You know it's only 2:30. You know I usually stream until 3 or 4. Yeah. Yeah, we're having fun playing our Civ game. Can you guys see him? Is he visible on the camera at all? He's being very cute. No, you can't see him. Okay. This is him. Yes. Oh, you're a good boy. I love you too, buddy. Yeah, with all the happiness resources, we should be pretty set on happiness. Hey, I'm not done yet, okay? You have to wait, okay? I'll get you later. You're a good boy, though. But yeah, I can basically like just keep 2-pop whipping these axes every 15 turns when the whip duration wears off. Oh, we're actually going to get a worker out of Klondike. With ironworking, we can even chop this down and have a tile that's not awful. It's a 3-food tile with the jungle removed, and then you can farm it to make it a 4-food tile. I don't know how I'd get irrigation up there, but you can in theory do that. Probably still needs to get to calendar to be any good. All right, let's see if we have iron. Hopefully we do. Yay, we have an iron resource. I can see it. All right, what do we want next? We are going to need fishing. It's super cheap. We should grab fishing. And then we need to, because we're going to found the city that, aren't we? Isn't one of these cities going to have a water thingamadoodle? I do want to get the monastery done. I can just work on the monastery while growing. You should work on the granary next. No. You stay. Look at what a difference it makes. I do want this city to grow, but I'm going to wait until I can get the banana improved for that to happen. No, none of my immediate cities need fishing, and what can wait should wait in this game. But we should go for writing, because we get cheap libraries, and that helps with culture a lot. So we should go for writing. And then we have to think about what mid-game stuff we want. I would say monarchy, but we don't really need happiness that badly. We don't need to... I don't think we need the oracle this game. It's worth a lot of culture, but I don't have marble. It's not like I really need to slingshot something that badly. Metal casting would be nice because we have... what's the word I'm looking for? We have the gold resource. Jeez, why did it take so long to come up with that? Because we've got the gold resource. Also, I'm going to need a great engineer at some point. So it'd be helpful to have a forge because I need a great engineer for creative construction. Where's creative construction? It's down the road here. Here it is, creative construction. Need a great engineer for that. And I don't want to wait for the fusion engineer to get it. So having some forges running would be good. Anyways, we do have 1 iron. And that appears to be it, but that's fine. 1 iron's fine. I'll use this worker to connect it, because this worker Maybe I should get another worker out of Philistina, actually. Oh, well. So you just hang out there. So if we look at power right now, we're still in last, but we're not that far off last. Like, average is 69, and we're at 56. So, could be a lot worse. It has been a lot worse in a lot of my other games. I don't know what Shaka's doing right now. He only has 2 cities still, as far as I can tell. Hopefully not building up to attack us. Hopefully. Alright, anyway, so you were coming up here to work on that race tile. You were also going to come up here and help out. Can't quite get to that tile this turn. But what you can do, instead of wasting your turn, is put a turn into a cottage there. Yeah, that's being efficient. You could irrigate from the northwest to the banana with civil service, but you're likely to, yeah, but you're likely to have calendar by the time you get that far. Yeah, I would have to go here, 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 here. Yeah, 6 tiles. No. Better just to research calendar at that point, right? Okay, so let's save gold for a couple turns and then head for writing. These guys almost have this done. So Hope's Peak slowly popping up there. So we need... Geez, for some reason it's not letting me highlight the production in there. Just down here. So I think I need 15, 15, maybe 30. I need 3 more turns before I can whip this. It's not too bad. At least Philistina is going to grow next turn. Klondike has been doing impressive work by literally just sitting on the gold tile the entire game. I sure would like to emphasize calendar, though. That's got to be one of the key techs for me. I've got a lot of calendar resources. I've got the dyes over here by Philistina. I've got this silk that we will surely have in our terrain. We've got the banana that will make Klondike into a real boy. I mean, a real city. And then at Hope's Peak, we've got double spices. So we've got a lot that would benefit from calendar tech. A lot. Alright, so you guys get started on cop chopping this. As I said, it's nice that you can actually remove jungle before it's in your borders. Like forest, you can chop forest outside your borders. And you know what? You probably should go help out at Philistina. I think I have enough workers over there. Of course, could have moved more efficiently last turn to do that, but it's alright. I'll move to this tile next and chop it and put a cottage down. Because Philistina is going to need more improved tiles. It only has that cottage. It's going to grow way faster now that it has the granary in place. Like, yes, like I can highlight the food, but it's not letting me highlight the production bar for some odd reason. I don't know why. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to whip out two axes again as soon as it hits size 4. I guess maybe it doesn't need a worker if I'm going to keep whipping it. Oh, well, we'll see. At the very least, I can help with that iron resource. Probably move over here, because we do want to get iron connected. Alright, well, the jungle growing is not great. Oh, I guess I need one more turn to finish that. Come on. There we go. Alright, now this is a real city. So we went the granary first. Whip the granary as first thing. Next up, we'll probably chop this to get the granary done, and cottage it. Probably just build cottages here aside from the granary, and then try to go into library next as soon as we can. Yeah, good place to whip cultural buildings, exactly. We want the library... I mean, it helps with science, too, but it's also just a cheap source of culture. And that's why being creative is so nice. Alright. This should be ready next turn. Next turn. Yeah, it's 1 turn short right now. And then I'm going to have to grab that spot, even though it's awful, because the borders will get filled in if I don't grab it. And I want that spot to push on Shanghai culturally, and Guangzhou. but mostly Shanghai. Okay. So now we've got the... by the way, we are going to be able to build elephants, so that's going to be helpful because I will definitely get caught up in wars with these AIs at some point. They're very aggressive AIs. Like, the odds of this game staying peaceful the whole time are basically non-existent. Well, it can't stay peaceful. I have to I have to knock out the defenders in their cities so that the culture flips can take place. Alright, so let's get that settler out. Alright, that looks good. Again, with the granary, it'll grow very quickly. And see, we're slowly making progress on that great person. We're a third of the way there. All your base will grow right back again. How long until this whip cycle? Alright, another 9 turns. These epic speed whip cycles are slow. Alright, so what do we want the overflow to go on to? Pyramids? How much overflow do I have? 13? It's either that or the monastery. Let's go to the monastery for right now. Pyramids is probably a ways away. Alright, so what do we want to name this city? Because it's going to be founded next turn. Look at that, these guys managed to get the jungle chopped down. Unfortunately, that means they don't have a ton else to do. I guess they can... Oh, you know what they can do? They can road here. Alright, as I said, we're going to chop that. That's also kind of a defensive chop, too. Clearing out defensive terrain near the city center. So what was our... Pepperidge Farm? That's not bad. It does have the cow right there. Plunging our economy further into the drink. By the way, what's our break-even? Well, our break-even's 50%. That's not bad. Like, if we're at break-even at 50% science, having these multiple gold mines is really helping. Otherwise, I don't know that I'd be... Patty cow. Oh, patty cow is probably even better. Patty cow. Alright. Or cow patty. I think I like patty cow better. No, we've done Alamu a lot. I appreciate the shout out, but... Patty cow. Alright, so you need a granary as well. I know. I know it's possible to hot click it to get rid of the sign. What the? Come on. Delete. There we go. Alright. So you can now hop in the city. You, Axe, I want in Hope's Peak. I guess there's also an argument for removing the jungle on this tile. One thing you can do is you can remove the jungle and then cottage the tile, which makes it a pretty decent tile, but I think the chop to accelerate the granary is probably a good call. And I'm going to do the rarer granary plus chop because I actually want to work this tile until the cottage is finished. Do it in the opposite order, which you normally don't do. Alright, so I think we actually want the rice to be done first because it's a 4 food tile. And I want the city to grow faster. I know the total yield is more from the cow, but it'll grow faster this way. So anyway, there's our 3 culture per turn. So we should be able to grab control of this tile pretty fast. Oh, look, Shaka did settle where you guys said. I'm not too concerned about that, though. Kind of a dead man walking spot as far as culture flips go. Hope's Peak can put a lot of pressure on that. We should also be able to... well, we'll see. Actually, it's not in a great spot for Hope's Peak to put pressure on it. We'll see, though. It would actually be much better if he had settled here. Be able to put more pressure on it from there. Let's see, 23rd ring. Yeah, because we can't settle there. It's too bad there's not land on this tile. Then it would be easy to put pressure on Nobamba. Well, we'll find a way eventually. I was going to say we'll just settle this tile, but no, that's illegal because of Yulundi. Might actually have to flip Yulundi first. We'll see. I know I say that a lot, but it is a somewhat awkwardly placed city for us. Yeah, there's not really a good tile to put a city on to attack that spot. If we get rid of Lyon, we could put a city here. Oh, but that's not a great angle either. You can flip capitals. All you have to do is have cultural dominance on that tile. You can flip them. They're no different from any other... This is not Civ 6. They're no different from other cities in that regard. Alright. So our break-even's now down to 40%. Continuing to slip. And it's going to get worse because we're going to have to get that spot. But we'll get writing, and that'll help. And then it's going to be up to cottages to save the economy. Yeah, we're going to need to get some more cottages up. So yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about how to attack Shaka long term. Feeling better about these other leaders, honestly. Okay, you can hang out there. All right, we should be able to get writing in 2 turns. That looks pretty good. All right, so we still need a couple more turns here. As soon as that whip cycle wears off, though, we're going to get 2 more axes, just for safety's sake. Yeah, thanks to the... I mean, this could be much worse, right? If I didn't have these multiple gold resources, it would be a lot worse. So yeah, Hope's Peak wants to get... we need to get the granary first, but as soon as we get the granary, like the chop should take out a good portion of that. And it wouldn't hurt to spread my religion around a little bit too. It's still early in the game to do that, but it would be nice to do that at some point, just because religion, of course, provides culture too. It's an easy way for newer cities, weaker cities to get some culture going. But it certainly helps that the cities pop their borders in 3 turns. Again, on epic speed, that's really fast. I don't think I can settle a spot that far away. All right, now we're losing money at 40% science. I think I want to get this spot and then maybe stop for the time being. Although I want to get this spot and I want to get this spot too. We can always run, you know what, we can always run scientist specialists. So that's one of the reasons why it's important to get pyramids, because then you can run scientist specialists with the pyramids, even though your economy is garbage. And that keeps you from going completely bankrupt.
True glory consists in
All right,
doing what
where are we
deserves
heading
to be
next? We've
written,
got writing.
in writing what deserves to be read.
We are going to need fishing for a coastal spot, but until we actually go there, we're okay. Archery is fine for right now. We can use those axes for defense. And if we can get horses connected, we can use war chariots for defense. So big techs are probably calendar and currency. I don't think we need monarchy because we've got plenty of happiness. Currency, calendar, code of laws, the standard mid-game text. So I think we need to go math onto them. Yeah, people are saying push calendar. Mausoleum would certainly be nice. Metal casting for forges. So metal casting for forges is nice, but I don't think it's worthwhile. It's a very expensive tech. It's actually 930 compared to calendar's 723. Yeah, I mean, I would like that at some point, but I don't think it's quite as big of a priority as some of the others things. So we're going to have the iron connected. The iron's not going to do anything immediately, but it'll be nice long term. Like, you need it for knights if we ever build them, which we probably will. Quiet turns here. We're only making 15 gold per turn at 0% science. That's not great. Could be a little... That could be better. Also, I should be working this tile instead of this tile. I just want to grow right now. 17 gold per turn. Got to get those cottages up. This one's going to grow into a hamlet. Yay! who hadn't been working this one. We only have 2 cottages right now, but we're working on them. We're building more. Klondike's like, hey, I did my job. Then we're going to have a cottage over there, too. Where are you? All right. So finish that road. All right. So there we go. So growth in 6 turns, and it'll grow onto this cow. And it'll actually have decent production between those 2 tiles. Still kind of a junk city, but at least it'll have something. And then we'll at least cut down the jungle on that banana tile. I mean, with a granary, this would be plus... With these 2 tiles in a granary, it's +5 food surplus. That's not awful. Enough to make the city worthwhile. Alright, so 3 turns. Alright. Just waiting for that whip duration to wear off. Okay, all your base. There we go, 3 turns. Growing up to that happiness cap. Because I don't actually care about the Buddhist monastery. I'm just trying to grow as fast as possible. So the Buddhist I should be working on a library. That's cheaper and better. Especially because most of my research comes from my capital. This is similar, but this I'll actually just let finish because it's got culture on it. This is close enough to finishing. I'm just going to let it go. Still traumatized after witnessing the half-growth cottages and half-speed civil servant workers. Yeah, seriously. This is probably okay. I will cancel if it looks like he's trying to run a settler through my territory. Also, he is starting to get some units up there, but remember, I'm going to get more axes out. I don't really fear him. Like, is he going to break 40% cultural defenses with axes on defense? I don't think so. At worst, he could pillage. So, I think I'd be okay. Alright, so we're going to chop this next. I also would like to get these, all of the defensive cover tiles near this city gone, but I want to get the, geez, I'm struggling with the words. I want to get the forest done first because they actually provide a bonus when you get rid of them. Unlike the jungles. Okay. So how close are we to getting another settler here? Not close right now. Still a little ways off. So we did get a forest chop here. So that gets the granary down to just a few more turns. I'll let this grow to size 3 and then work this tile here. And that'll get that'll finish the granary. Once the granary's done, we'll whip the library to completion. But yeah, economy's slowly recovering. Libraries will definitely help. Yeah, there's the iron. It's like, yeah, we actually connected it last turn, but thanks. What's our cultural percentage on the gem mine? Good question. Let's see. So we don't even have to do percentages. So right now there's 149 Shaka culture, 56 Egypt culture. So I will get control of this tile when I pop the 3rd ring borders, because then I will start getting way more culture on the tile, but I have to pop out to the 3rd ring before that'll happen. Oh, Shaka got a city there. Let's at least see if we can get vision on that. That's still a legal city site. Still a legal spot. Still a legal spot to settle right now. If my economy was a little bit better, I would go for this spot. Maybe I should still. I don't know if I could hold it, though. That's the problem. It would be very hard to defend that. I don't know if I could hold it. It's that or found this spot next. This spot's terrible, but it will put a lot of pressure on the AI cities, which is what I need. Because I need to start pushing this back. Totally useless city. I guess I can give it the calendar resource. I guess I can give it the bananas so it has something. Of course, that means old Klondike will be hurting again. Gotta found banana belt first, probably. Probably have to found banana belt. Have to make sure I'm pushing in this direction before I have pipe dreams about this spot way over here. Probably have to. Still, we already have a fair, decent amount of the... Oh, I can't see my domination percentage because I turned off domination as a victory condition. Still, we're making decent progress. This city in particular, let's see. So when it gets out to another cultural level, it's still not directly putting culture on Guangzhou yet. It will, though, when it hits the next cultural... when it hits the level 4 borders, it'll get culture on these tiles. And yeah, it'll actually hit Guangzhou when it expands borders next. Now that doesn't mean it's going to flip it immediately. It would have to get cultural control on that tile, but we can get to the point. If we get to the point where it's under 50% Chinese culture, then we'd want to declare war on Mao and start killing his defenders, and then just sit around waiting for the city to flip. So that holy city is definitely doing work. Anyway, so for right now, I was considering, do I want to road this tile? Probably should just while I'm here. General, just good practice to do that while the workers are there. All right, so you axe, then we double two-pot whip the axe next turn. It'd be better if we could avoid growing this turn, honestly. I guess it doesn't matter that much, though. That's okay. Usually you want to whip. Oh, yeah. I guess I could do this? No. It still grows. Alright, whatever. Less than ideal. Be nice to get the Jewish shrine. Yeah, I would. If I get a shrine, though, I probably would put it in. Well, actually, I haven't spread either religion. I could spread either one. It doesn't matter. It would be better to get it in Philistina. You're right. All right, so let's whip this for 2-pop. There we go. Overflow into another axe. Actually, or we might just finish the Jewish monastery. I don't know. So Ragnar's converted to Hinduism. What the? That is an early code of laws. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter that much, but as I said, that's an early code of laws, to say the least. Also, I have open borders with Ragnar now, so I might as well expand. Might as well scout out some of his territory. And I guess I should cottage another tile while I can. Pretty cheap, pretty fast to do so. All right, 3 turn. No. Oh, if it's 3 turns either way, then I'll work this tile. All right, so these 2 are both done. Yeah, so we should be roading towards this spot because that's where the next settler's going. All right. I'm gonna put 1 more turn in this and then start building the settler because it'll take a couple turns. Actually, 2 more turns, and then I start the settler. I mean, in theory, I can get them out of other cities. It's just it seems better to get them in the capital. Keep you here for right now. Actually, no, you should go over towards this area because it's harder for me to reinforce this area. Like, I can easily get another axe in Philistinia. All right, so this is enough to just finish the library instantly between the overflow and the chop. So we're just going to do that and get the library done. And then we'll continue from there. Unfortunately, Shaka also now has copper, which is I guess he already had iron, so it doesn't matter as much. But okay, yeah. So 4 turns for the granary, and then we're going to whip the library, which is very cheap because we're creative. Finish the granary, then whip that. Whip the library. All right. So can we turn on science for math now? A couple more turns. Also, it'd be better to run research after the library is actually done. All right, so If this will actually improve relations with him by giving this to him. Please see, you gave us tribute. We just have to cancel. Remember to cancel that in 10 turns. All right. So now we'll turn this on. Great Wall. Okay, buddy. Heh. He just adopted Confucianism, but one of my religions spread over there. Nice. All right. Okay, so all your base goes over to the settler this turn. And then we'll whip it in, I think it'll take like 4 turns for the whip counter to wear off. We'll whip it right then. All right, back to your post. So let's see what the movement looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we do want to road that tile if possible to save a turn of transit for the settler. This guy might have to go guard that spot. All right, so the Jewish monastery is almost done. We'll let that finish. And then we're probably just going to build some axes for the time being. Now you might say, why not build the barracks first? Well, that probably would be worthwhile to do. 10 culture per turn is pretty nice. Like, it'll take a while for the borders to pop, but they will. Actually, it'll be 12 culture per turn as soon as that monastery finishes. Some of these other cities are almost in a position to start contributing. Because for right now, it's pretty much just the capital and Philistinia, since my third city, Klondike, is basically garbage. Patty Cake will be strong once it gets that granary done. Definitely want to whip that if we can. Hope's Peak is a pretty good city, too. It really needs calendar tech. That's what will make it strong. The other thing to consider is we really do want to get drama because the cheap theaters are very important for us. Now, it's not as important as getting some of these techs, but we do want to get drama at some point if we can. So who do I have open borders with right now, just out of curiosity? Shaka and Ragnar. We might as well sign them with Napoleon. I don't think I want to sign them with Mao, but I will sign them with Napoleon, just to improve relations. Try to keep them from attack. By the way, what is with this? Look at this espionage spending from the AI. I guess you can't see it here. But Mao has 404 espionage points to my 117. Napoleon has 293. Ragnar's 424. Shaka 348. They all run the espionage slider for no apparent reason. It's never clear why the AIs do that, but they do. I'm definitely ahead technologically. There's no question I'm ahead. I can't see what techs they have, but I know I'm ahead of them technologically. I have way more territory, too. I'm definitely stronger than them. Not in terms of military yet, but in terms of economy for sure. So normally I would definitely work that cottage, but for right now, I want to finish this granary. So I'm going to work that. Going to work that for this turn, for 2 turns. So I can finish in 2 turns instead of 4 turns. It actually is better even from a growth perspective to do this tile because the granary causes you to, finishing the granary sooner fills up the food box faster. All right. Patty Cow. Needs to get to 45 to be able to 1-pop whip the granary. All right, 3-pop whip. We don't want a 3-pop whip. So yeah, I think in 3 turns we can do the whip there. This is nice timing for this city, though, for Philistina. So now 12 culture per turn. Pretty good. And it's going to grow onto the cottage we just finished. All right, so, ugh. Not a lot of production here, though. We'll have it do missionaries and same thing. It'll just 2-pop whip the axes when the whip cycle wears off. Build missionaries in the meantime, though. So that's not a very good wonder, but it does produce a lot of culture, which is unfortunate for us. Also, I really should finish the road network here so that these units don't take forever to move. All right, granary will finish here. These workers are kind of freed now because there's not a lot for them to... Wait, could I finish this? No. Needs the 2 production. But they could definitely go somewhere else. I guess they could clear out the jungle here. Because this city will grow pretty quickly. Once the granary's done, it'll grow pretty fast. Pyramids, yeah. Pyramids need to get started soon. Pyramids do need to get started soon. Maybe I can pull these workers down and have them work on chopping some forests. See, the thing is, I wanted math to finish before I do the chop for pyramids, but as soon as math's in hand, it's a good time to chop for pyramids. Maybe I can pull these workers and have them come down to the capital to do some chopping. I certainly have enough forest to go for it. So let's do some quick math. So when you finish math, forests go up to 45 base per chop. Stone will double that to 90 plus, 90 per chop. And I can get another small amount if I go into organized religion. So let's just say 90 for the time being. We'll say like 100. So if it's like 100 per chop, I would need maybe like 5 chops to get pyramids. That seems pretty doable. I don't know what else I would do with these forests. Yeah. So we can convert like 5 forests into pyramids. Alright, so now you can go there. Got that done. Library. How much is the library? So, okay. So we'll be able to get that relative. That's an easy 2-pop whip for sure, with a lot of overflow. Yeah, we're not quite ready to do the pyramids yet, but you guys can come here at least. Actually, you probably need to get up there on the border. Jeez, that's going to be an undefendable city, isn't it? We're going to need a spear in there, too, just because of these chariots. Really an undefendable city. Alright, so is this ready to be whipped yet? Nope, next turn. Yep, just as the whip duration wears off. Good timing. What a garbage city. I wonder if it's better to move down a tile to here. It sure would be safer to plant here. No. But it's got to be max cultural aggression. Alright, well you guys can work on improving this. Another child to top, or tile to chop, although it's out in like the 3rd ring. Alright, looks like this doesn't go that much further back as I was hoping. Might as well chop that. Alright. So yeah, this is looking decent. Certainly a good city here. It's actually producing a lot of my beakers. Plus 35% is nothing to sneeze at. Alright, so settler. Work that cottage of the oasis. Oh, we're actually going to grow. Look at that. We're going to grow even though... We're going to grow and build a settler on the same turn. One of those rare things you see on occasion. Okay. Let's get this chopped. Because this could be a unit, I guess. Or we could wait for math to finish. I guess. Because I'm hesitant to keep chop. Well, no, I guess but I need another tile improved here. I'm going to need another improved tile, so. We could clear out one of these jungle tiles, though. This would be a good one to clear because it will open up a path towards the dyes eventually. Alright, also we're going to have to run gold for a little bit. By the way, that spot is still there. I don't know how I would defend it, though. If you cottage chop the tile, it won't finish. That's true. Well, I think it still would have finished because I'm going to have to dial down research a little bit. Okay, so all your base, 3 turns versus 4 turns. Yeah, we'll take the 3 turns because we'll grow onto that tile anyway. Okay. This is such a bad spot. Alright. Chop that. Alright, off you go. To this spot that's totally defensible. Oh, what the? I thought the land just ended right there. Well, that's not good. The further you have to go back here, the worse it is. I think we need one more turn of 0% science, and then we'll be okay. How close is this to finishing the granary? Alright, close. As soon as it hits size 3, we'll whip the granary, because I want to make sure it has these 2 tiles in operation. Where do we get Confucianism? Hope's Peak. Okay. Gives us access to more missionaries. And we're up to 4 culture per turn now. That's pretty good. Whip that library soon. Alright. Off you go. What was I know we had a name for this city. What were we going to call that? Oh, this is not good. There's more back here than we thought. Camp Nowhere. I thought that this was a dead end back here. It is apparently not. That's not good. We might want to get a settler back here. We do have open borders. Again, I don't know how I would defend it, but like if this is still there, I would take it for the next, like for my next settler. If this is still there, I'm going to try to take it. Don't know how I would defend it if Shaka attacked me, but I sure would love that spot. And similarly, getting something back there might be good. Access more religions, always good for culture-related games. Yes, very much so. Camp Nowhere. Okay. Economy. What a great city this is. The good news is Xi'an is not the easiest city to not the easiest spot to hold, right? It's actually even marble back there. So, yeah, you can work this tile. It's the best tile available. 3 culture per turn. Certainly is nice. We can actually farm this tile until currency's available, or until calendar's available, and that'll be a decent tile to work. We can also whip the library, but I'd like the food box to fill up a little bit more so we can instantly regrow. Well, we're basically break even at 50% science. That's not that bad. Like, legitimately not bad for this stage of the game. While your base is about to grow. We still have, like, no cities actually near the capital because that territory is not under dispute. So, yeah, we need to get a better defense here. If I can get an axe spear pair, I'd feel a little bit better. Also, we should be able to start grabbing control of some of these tiles. Hey, we're going to grab control of the sugar, and that's going to be a good tile. And if we can take control of Xi'an, we actually get some more tiles over here. Yeah, marble, great library. Yes, great library would be nice. We need it marble for Sistine, so it might be worthwhile to get a settler up there. Again, I don't know how we would defend it against Ragnar, but whipping's always good. Oh, we actually finished the. Hey, we actually finished the. Whatchamacallit, the granary. Oh, and look, we're about to pop borders. Yay! We might as well work through the library next. And we'll be able to grab this, horses are about to pop. That means we don't need to found this city anytime soon, because we're going to get horses anyway. That's nice. These cities back here that are actually good cities. So let's road this tile while we're here. And then we'll go to the horse tile. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then we'll go improve the horses. Alright, so we did get that finished. Still not quite ready there. Just trying to make it so if I do get attacked, I can actually attack the units here, that they can't stand in defensive terrain. But yeah, I could use some more some more units, that's for sure. All right, so all your base is working all its good tiles. And these guys, once they finish that farm, will not be needed. They will come down to the capital and chop. And once these guys finish this cottage, they are also going to come down to the capital, and we will chop out pyramids. Let's play until we see if we can get pyramids, shall we? Hopefully Napoleon's not working on them. We can see if he's working on a wonder, by the way. Let's see the sabotage. Oh, he's working on something in his capital, because that sabotage production is a little bit high. It means he's probably on a wonder. So we're going to have to get a move on. Fortunately, pyramids is a very expensive wonder. Fortunately. Down here, Leon still hasn't expanded borders yet, but he did finish a library, so that's going to make it a little tricky. Make it harder to flip that city, that's for sure. Actually, it's probably impossible until later on in the game, but we'll see. Yeah, you guys are like, yeah, you should hurry on pyramids. Agreed. Not with you. Okay, so we built that. You go here. We're not actually building that, but it was just so he avoided wasting a turn. All right, so now we'll whip away the bad tile to get the granary done. This city actually can be a decent military city. Yeah, let's use this as a military city. We'll mine the hill tiles and just use it, run it as a military city, because they do need one. It has poor commerce potential. I mean, I could cottage all the grassland tiles, but I probably need someone who can build units. Which city actually has the Great Wall? I'm sure it's his capital. I mean, we don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's his capital. The bananas I have being worked by Camp Nowhere for right now. I think eventually it'll go to Klondike. But I want Camp Nowhere to grab control of some of these tiles first. So I have 9 on this tile, and Mao has 74. But as soon as I pop borders, I'll start getting 20 culture per turn. 23. You'll see. And I will grab control of that sugar tile quickly. So I'm going to go barracks here, because I said this is going to be a military city. So there we go. Klondike popping borders. China with the marble. Yeah, right next to their capital. All right, so I've gone up... Actually went up 4 culture that turn. I guess you get 1 plus whatever you have in the city itself. So we still don't have any culture on Xi'an itself yet, but Camp Nowhere, Patty Cow, and Hope's Peak will all put culture on that. Hope's Peak will need to expand borders again. The next border pop won't, but Camp Nowhere and Patty Cow both will. I should get control of this tile shortly. This one too. These are going to be harder, but I have a decent chance because they are first ring for me. Oh, and apparently we're going to get math now. I wasn't even watching my research up there. How close are we here? Okay, so we're almost ready. I'm going to get a spear and an axe from this cycle. I want a spear for... Actually, maybe I should get 2 spears just for mounted units. I want 1 spear in Camp Nowhere. Maybe I'll put another spear. Maybe I'll get another spear in Hope's Peak. Because that's looking a little dangerous. He's cautious with me. Like, that's looking a little scary. Sword, axe, axe, impy. Alright, so we can now whip this. Grow back right away. Maybe we get city walls here. We have the stones, so maybe we just get walls. We'll see. It'd be nice to get another unit over there for sure. Time to build the pyramids. Yeah.
If in other sciences we should arrive at certainty without doubt and truth without
All right,
error,
on the calendar.
it behooves us to
Oh
place
wait, we
the
need.
foundation
I
of
forgot we
knowledge
need sailing for
in
that.
mathematics.
Okay. Well, calendar is a really good tech for us, so I think we are heading in that direction. All right, so there's the library. Well, you know what? The walls wouldn't really do that much because we're going to get 40% defensive borders here shortly anyway. So maybe we just get some units. Maybe we do the same trick that we do with that other city, and just get some units out. Like we'll start with the monastery. Oh, actually, no, we have enough overflow that we can probably get a unit right now. What were most of those units that he had there? Axes. Yeah, let's just get another axe here for safety. So I am going to road that tile, and then these workers are going to move down to the capital for chopping. Horses. All right, so. Okay, so you guys, yep, finish that. Work the cottage tile, please. Thank you. Oh, all your base grew into unhappiness. Whoops. That was bad of me. But you know what we can do? We could flip into Buddhism to keep it from being unhappy. I don't think I want to do that, though. Because I would lose out on a lot of culture from some of my other cities. I don't think I want to do that. Just, it is a possibility. Guess I'm not as worried over there. What's the power ranking looking like? So I'm at 73. I'm not that far. Even like the 121, I could probably deal with that with whipping. And my cities do have strong cultural defenses. I just got to keep an eye out on AIs maneuvering along the border. So Camp Nowhere has expanded borders. I should... Oh, Napoleon... Oh, okay. So Napoleon built... Oh, he wasn't building the pyramids after all, you guys. Yay! He was building a pyramid. A wonder, but it wasn't the pyramids. Let's see if anyone else is. So I'm looking right now at sabotage production. So that's how we knew he was on a wonder, because sabotage production was getting very high. Okay, so that means we're pretty safe. This high Thabu has got a fair amount of production, but that's definitely not building the pyramids. Okay, we should be good. Yeah, I was like, what, Paris is on the coast? Apparently that's access to the sea. I thought it was on a lake too, but apparently he's on the ocean. I know, right? Crazy. Okay, so we finished that. So you guys are on pyramids chopping duty. Although you might as well get in some work by chopping that tile instead of doing nothing. We almost have our war elephant, or not war elephants. We almost have our war chariots, which is also pretty nice. All right, so swap over to spear. This timing is going to work out really nicely. Do the spear, overflow into the other spear. We'll finish fishing because we can. Super cheap tech, obviously. Actually, you know what? No. We don't run gold. We run gold this turn because we're going to finish a library next turn, and it's better to be researching when we can take advantage of that. All right, so we want to see the cultural numbers. So we're at 41, Mal's at 80. We should gain like 20 something. I think we gain like 23, 24 at Camp Nowhere. He should only gain a small amount. Let's see. Because it's first string for us. So we gain 6. Yeah, he only gained 2, and we gained 20 something. So we definitely gained more. So we'll flip this tile relatively quickly. All right, so you come on down here. I guess I can't do any little micro stuff this turn. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Can't do any micro stuff this turn either with these workers. And you guys are going to be chopping. So once we have the pyramids, we absolutely will start running specialists. The reason why I haven't been running them is they just haven't been that useful so far. But they will be useful soon. All right, so we should flip this tile, if not next turn, the turn after that. And that'll help a little bit at least. How about these tiles over here? We don't have any culture on this tile yet. I guess we need Philistinia to pop its borders before we're able to do too much over there. Alright, so we're going to have horses connected. Alright, and alright, so we're still just growing into unhappiness here. It's actually okay to do this. It's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. That said, I'm going to start building a settler next turn, just to stop it from growing and growing and growing into unhappiness. We can do fishing now.
Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime.
Where did that religion spread? In Paddy Cow. So we have access to all 4 of the early religions. That's pretty cool. And a forest growth Klondike. Okay. It's chopping bait for later. Alright, so I'm going to start with this forest here because that can become a cottage later on. Oh my god, I forgot to whip last turn, didn't I? Forgot to, alright, let's just autosave back. I just totally forgot about that. Literally just forgot to do the whip. So we'll just do everything else the same, I just forgot that. It is kind of an important whip. Just a mental mistake, that's all. Camp Nowhere just expanded borders. Okay. Alright, here we go. So now we do that 2-pop whip. There we go. Grows right back onto the tiles that we whipped off of. And we get tons of overflow, which we'll put into a second spear, just for safety's sake. Actually, I might even... Where do I put it into a war chariot? Actually, I might put it into a war chariot. That would be nice. You're like, yeah, oh crap, I missed a chance. Oh, I forgot to turn on... That's fine. Doesn't matter that much. Alright. So do this. Yeah, I like the idea of... Kind of like the idea of a war chariot, because that can play zone defense. This spear, I want at Camp Nowhere. Just because that's right on the border. So look, we did actually get access to the sugar tile. We may get access to this one too. Actually, all of these are pretty close. So we need the granary and then we need a library there. Alright, so you need to start a settler. Honestly, I might want this spot. Well, never mind. Shaka's heading. Actually, if he's found up here, like if he founds there or there, this spot is still available. I don't know. It's that or push back here for the Ragnar spot. Ragnar spot would also be a good choice, I think. Camp Nowhere. Yeah, I mean, Camp Nowhere is, if it can gain control of these tiles, there's a lot of resources here, right? Like, this is, this sugar resource will be great once we have Calendar. And we're not that far away from Calendar. Alright, so what are we chopping here? We need them to get down here. So I guess, yeah, we just have to move here, even though it's a wasted turn of movement. 1, 2, 3. They can probably go here and chop. Actually, no, this, because we could build a cottage here and chop this. So I am going to want to switch into Organized Religion for these chops. So I might as well, if I'm going to swap into Organized Religion for these chops, I was going to say I might as well take advantage of that to get out of unhappiness, but let's leave off for right now. I like Philistinia. So the Shaka army that was over there is moved for the time being. The good news is we're only 6 turns away from borders popping. And with 40% defense on a hill, we're reasonably safe in this city. Like, if we get 2 axes and a spear in a city on a hill with 40% defenses, that's not likely to fall. So the culture push spots I most want, I would want one over here, just to take advantage of having culture, and then one back here in this corner would be really nice. The issue would be defending them.
Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime.
You mean I can... I like how I got the pop-up saying... Oh, okay. So he's founded there. Yeah, this spot is still eligible. It still can be founded here. Oh, we got a free spread. That's always nice. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. Mal did. Well, it looks like Judaism is spreading more than the other religions. So I think Judaism is what we ultimately look to go to as our religion long term. Just want to make sure they don't get any ideas over there. All right. So this pair can now mine this for this city. Look at this one. So somehow this tile is not... Apparently there's no culture of mine on this tile, inexplicably. Now Hope's Peak will get control of it once its borders expand, but I don't have open borders with China, so technically I can't walk along this tile right now. Pretty hilarious how that works. So these guys will mine this tile, then they can chop the jungle on that tile. So this will get us to sailing, not that sailing's going to help us that much as far as techs go. No, China will open borders. I just decided I didn't want to open borders with China. I'm still no better than cautious with everyone. Get rid of that corn he demanded from us earlier. Yeah, I think maybe the next city I found is up here to grab the furs and the marble. It would be a resource dump and nothing else, but like I could found it here maybe. It would have no food bonus. Like it would be much stronger here. Maybe we put it here. Get the marbles in third ring. I don't know how I would defend it, but I feel like I feel like the marble makes it worthwhile to do, and the furs is too. Just getting the marble is worth it. Yeah, like I should be able to hold third ring borders. I think. Just getting the marble is worthwhile. It's a very important resource to control for Sistine later on. All right, let's have you go here. By the way, how close are we on that profit? Not that far away. It'd be nice to get either a profit. It'd be nice to get a profit just to help the economy for an early shrine. Because after the first one, I'm not going to get another one. Let's be clear. Either a profit or an engineer. If I would get an engineer, I would save it all game for creative construction. And with pyramids, I'll get one of those for the first. One of those two for the first great person. Here's another Mao settler. I'm not going to try to settle in this corner. It's terrible land and I'm already squeezed enough elsewhere. Yay, look at that. Camp Nowhere getting more tiles. It's almost got its whole first ring now. That's big because it makes it a much safer spot. Like, it's harder for the AI to attack this spot if I control the first ring. Like, a lot harder. Alright, so let's have you watch for incoming settlers over there. This spot still officially open. I'm still keeping the dream alive. All right, and we'll pick up sailing here, and then we're just racing to math, or calendar, excuse me, not math. All right, that city's on still on its whip cycle. Patty cake, that's fine for right now. It's actually doing well on the barracks. And that city's just not going to build anything but military. I guess we should build a library because it's super cheap, but... And it would put more pressure, but... I don't know. Close, 4 more turns. That military force that Shaka was maneuvering around ended up not doing anything. Hangzhou. Alright. So we're pushing pretty well into Mao's territory, right? Like if you look here... We've got this south sealed off. We're pushing into his territory. So hopefully we can go through China. Like if I could have a source of culture here and push in this direction, and a source of culture here and like push in these directions, that would make things a lot easier long term. The issue right now is I am going to be stronger than all these AIs as the game goes on, but for right now, I have to be careful.
You can't direct the wind, but you can adjust your sails.
Because they could run over me. All right, so it only takes 8 turns at max rate. 15 turns. That's not bad. I mean, 15 turns on epic is, you know, like 20 turns on normal speed, or like 10 turns on normal speed. That's not bad. And calendar will give us lots of how many happiness resources? 1, 2. That's not a happiness resource, but that's still another one. 3, 4, 5. So I think we have every calendar resource in the game. No, we don't have incense. Other than that, we have them all. But it's just a really important tech for this start, so that's why we've been prioritizing it so highly. I'm just going to have him hang out on that tile for right now. All right, chop. All right, so this stuff's going to happen next turn. So we need to swap into Buddhism and organized religion, because we want to get max value for these chops. Okay. All right, so you finish the missionary. I guess this city doesn't have anything too important to work on. Maybe you build another unit or something. Or missionaries. Missionaries works, because this is the only city that can do that right now. Alright, so we are going to swap to the pyramids. Look at all that culture. Maybe you do the monastery, because I want to have a city that can build Confucian missionaries long term. So probably do this, and then we'll whip military out of here. What's the whip timer here? 7 more turns? Yeah. We'll run this for right now, then we'll do a whip pair. Maybe we'll probably do a spear war chariot pair. Just to give us some more options there. Alright. Yeah, I'm feeling relatively safe. Oh, Mal. So Mal does the Oracle. I wonder what he slingshotted. Without knowing what techs he has, it's hard to say. Wait, did Camp Nowhere actually grow to size 2? Holy cow. Okay, slowly making progress. He said maybe one day it won't just be a junk city. So I need to convert a city, and I would like to convert the capital because I'd prefer to run Judaism as my state religion. Now there is a chance for the dice roll to fail, but I still think that it's better to try to convert the capital. It's only a 10% chance to fail. All right, so we just got a lot of production into the pyramids. 88 from chopping. So now we'll chop this tile next. I guess we got... So that was double chops? Yeah, it was double chops. Okay. So if we do that one more time... If we do that one more time, we'll be... How much is the pyramids again? 750? Okay. So that was like a third of it, roughly. Something like that. Yeah, so we're going to have to do that twice more, and then that'll be enough to land it, which is worthwhile to do. Pyramids are an important wonder for us. we'll have to chop out Future Wonders somewhere else. Still kind of shocked. All right, you should work that tile. Much better tile. Actually, it's not that much better, but it is better. And you are still a ways away on your whip cycle. Okay. What the? Why are you working that tile? Are you, what is the city thinking? All right, so now we go back to the settler. And it should be ready to whip. All right, so let's do it. And I'm going to need... We're going to send it up here, and I'm going to need some guards for that. So hopefully we can stay on Ragnar's good side. He does appear to be the weakest AI. But yeah, it's going to go up there. I'll see if I can get some units to defend that. But that's where we're heading next. Because if he ever closes borders with me, I have no way to get units up there. But if I can get 2 or 3 units up there and then send a couple workers. Also, if I can get a workboat. But I don't have any coastal cities, so there's no place can build a workboat for that city. So they're going to road this, and then they're going to head over to the sugar tile. 1, 2, 3. Yep. They can chop down the jungle on the sugar tile in preparation for calendar. Like, once we have calendar, we're going to be pretty set here. And then I might go for that spot if it's available. All right, so here's the big dice roll of the turn. Again, we have 90% odds to spread the religion. All right, we got it. That's nice, because now we can... Now if we need to do more organized religion stuff, we can flip into Judaism, which is a more useful religion for the Civ as a whole. All right, you need to head in that direction. What's the fastest way to do this then? Okay, to there. Back to the pyramids. All right, well, we should work that tile, at least. Yeah, so when these chops finish, the wonder will finish. Oof. Work that tile, even though, but it slows down growth. Ugh. Still better, I think. Oh, you didn't have any movement left. Okay. All right, what's your whip timing here? 5 turns. 5 turns away. So we did pop borders there. We're actually cut off here right now by this tile. Don't worry, we're going to get control of this tile shortly. Hope's Peak has way more culture than Xi'an and can grab control of that. It's just kind of funny to see. Oh yeah, and we want to get the library here so the borders will pop faster. So one of the cool things is, one of the reasons why you want to get theaters in every city is because we're going to adopt, as soon as we get to guilds, we're going to, banking, we're going to adopt mercantilism, and then we can put a artist specialist in every city to keep popping culture. And that's why pyramids are important, so you can run representation and take advantage of all those free specialists that you're getting. Representation is also good just for the happiness, too. So you were still a little ways away on your whip. Poor Camp Nowhere. We've managed to push back the culture, though. Like, we're not going to get Shanghai's first ring tiles, not anytime soon, but someday. Xi'an is probably the city that's most likely to flip first. That city is very crushed by our culture. I would probably accept it if it flipped, because I don't see where I would... Well, maybe this... Maybe I could replace on this tile. This would be a better spot to put a city. And that would clear out some space for some of my cities. Yeah, I would probably replace on this spot if I had the chance to raise it. If need be, a city by the Eastern Gold. True, although I think I prefer a city on this tile because it's the only food bonus. If I were to found a city on the East Coast here, it would have no food. It would be just like poor Klondike. I mean, you can still get value out of that, but I think I can do better. Well, hey, Shaka, you've actually got a ship over there. So we're going to get control of this tile back next turn, thankfully. Thank you, Hope's Peak, for putting out all that culture. Okay, so another chop for the pyramids. Getting closer. Of course, this will deforest the capital, but that's okay. That'll finish next turn. I'm a little surprised the AI hasn't been more aggressive. I'm glad. I was worried that they wouldn't leave me alone, but I've been worried. I'm concerned enough that I'm going to get, as I said, a war chariot and spear out of here. The other play would be I'd love to get a worker out of here, but I'm not sure if it's safe enough. Oh, you know what we could do? Idea. Just had an idea. What if I 3-pop whip a settler out of Hope's Peak? It's about to hit size 6. 3-pop whip the settler and run over here and grab this tile. That would be very aggressive. But it's the bold play. Arrest that settler and send him to your silks? No. Is there someone heading there? Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. No, yeah, you're right. This is not, but you know what we can do? We could cancel open borders with Shaka, but then I wouldn't be able to get over here. Yeah, I'm not concerned. If he settles a city here, it's 100% toast. Or I could whip this, But I still would prefer him not settling a city there. I actually don't have any cities directly putting culture. I don't have any city that's directly putting cultural pressure there. Yeah, we need to cancel open borders with him. You guys are right. Have to assume there's a settler on board. He can't get there because this is an ocean tile. He can't move through this tile, so he's stuck. He can't move that ship. All right, so I want you to do this because it's really cheap. And then after the library's done, we're going to build military out of that city. Just for the time being, we're going to settle that spot soon. Xi'an is putting pressure. So yeah, we'll just cancel open borders for right now. Now that does mean, oh, you know what? I have open borders with Napoleon. I can get to this spot via open borders with Napoleon. I can walk through his borders and get over there. Haha. Hope's Peak, you're going to be sacrificed temporarily to put a settler out for that spot over there. The X-Spot Blue Ragnar could be a good... Yeah, this is a good city spot. We're going to found a city here. We're almost done. I mean, most of the map's settled. It won't be too much longer before we finish destroying our economy with lousy cities. Because we're break even at like 35%. We can't go too much lower than this. But we'll be able to run representation specialists, as mentioned. And that'll give us an okay rate. Plus we have counter. We'll be able to grow to much larger sizes. So, just need to get the pyramids done. We're almost there. Just chop these two forests and we'll be good. Oh, well, Ragnar's got a settler. We'll see where he sends this. We'll keep following him. So he does have a settler over here. I'm surprised he didn't go for this sooner. Okay, cool. We can live with that. Picked a terrible spot. We can live with that. We'll settle this spot here. Now, if we can defend it, obviously. I'm going to be sending military units in that direction, but at least initially it's going to be kind of exposed. All right, we do not have enough to get the calendar right now. All right. So we're going to get to calendar, and then we're done with settling cities for the time being. Sucks to be him. We denied him that spot. Assuming that's where he wanted to go. We would need Patty Cow to hit. Yeah, we're not going to be able to deny that spot anytime soon. That'll be the next place to settle, I think, just to deny that spot. City of Overeat. Yeah, destroying your economy is the fun part. I guess so. I don't actually love the destroying the economy part. All right, we're almost getting back to the point where we can whip out 2 units. I think I would want an Axe Spear pair. I think that's like the basic defensive combo, Axe plus Spear. That said, I can't realistically hold that spot if he comes for it anytime soon. But, I mean, we're going to try. Got to make some bold plays, right? All right, I'm just trying to make sure I get the most efficient path up there. And a warrior. I mean, we can always upgrade the warrior, I guess. Okay, there we go. Not making much progress towards the granary, but you know what? We can chop this forest, and that'll get the granary to halfway, and then we can one-pop whip the remainder of the granary. And at that point, the city's actually not terrible. Just because it has food. So, like, I could put down a cottage here, but I'm not that far away from Calendar. I'll just wait until Calendar's ready. But yeah, we'll chop this and get a little production for it. Also, look, Klondike's going to finish its library. Yay! Alright, Hope's Peak. Oh, you don't have quite enough to get the settler. Alright. He will next turn. By the way, we're reaching, like, so hard here. So this should finish pyramids when these double chops finish. Okay, poor Klondike. This city has just sacrificed so much for the nation. Just work on a worker. Although the thing is, once I have calendar tech, I'll be able to swap the sugar to this tile, and then Klondike can take over the bananas, and it'll actually be able to grow past size 1 once that happens. All these units. Oh, there we go. So there's the pyramids finishing. Just barely, with like no overflow. Actually, look, we have to work this tile or we don't finish it. Well, we'll work this tile because it's a better tile, but you get the idea. Just barely enough. Very nicely managed, if I do say so. So now we want to use some of these workers for some cottages, I think. And where else do I want to send? I want to send some back up to Philistina, because I do need some work there. I could use some more work over by Hope's Peak, so I'll send... Let's drop 1 cottage here at the capital, maybe 2 cottages, and then we'll split them up and they'll head off to other destinations. So I might as well do this tile, no reason not to. I've already got all the riverside tiles. You like the workers chopping for... Oh, yeah. Get that invisible tree. Get that tree. Okay. You guys get the idea. All right. So we're going to... This is still not enough to get to calendar, but we'll be close afterwards. Oh. Okay. I did not see him coming. Well, I did not see him coming. Well, horse archer. The good news is we have 40% cultural defenses. X. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be settling that city anytime soon. I didn't see him coming. Usually I'm pretty good at spotting these guys. All right, so we've got axes. He doesn't have any chariots, though. So as long as we have 1 spear for the horse archer, we should be fine. We could upgrade, but honestly, I don't want to use that. Like, it costs quite a bit of money to do that upgrade. I honestly would rather dry whip a spear, even at the swapping penalty. So that costs 110 gold. Nah. I'd rather hurry the spear at the swapping penalty than spend that gold. We should be fine with the 40%. Since he doesn't have catapults, there's not a lot he can do. This is a city on a hill across a river. Should be fine. Mal's annoyed. Napoleon's cautious. Of course, if this project goes sour, so let's play one more turn to see if this attack succeeds. These guys can cottage this tile. And you guys are going to chop this to finish the ground. So that chop it so I can one-pop whip the granary. Alright. Now with that said, let's shift this over here just for safety's sake in case we need another unit. Shaka's not actually that strong. How am I on terms of military power? So I'm in last, but again, I'm not that far behind. I'm ahead in food, I'm ahead in GNP. I'm actually looking pretty good on the demos here. It is Monarch, so you would expect that, but... So I should be okay, honestly. So much RIP the dream of controlling this city, though. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy out of Shaka's territory. saving our warrior. This also means if he wants to sail a settler through, I can't stop him with just denying open borders anymore. This city. Do I want to do the Buddhist... Yeah, that's... I mean, I've almost finished it, so I might as well. I also wanted to... I was thinking of dropping Judaism and organized religion. So I could... Because... Alright, so back to paganism. Oh, and we want to get to representation, duh. Can you name the warrior to Ryan? Okay, Ryan. I don't think he's gonna make it, but we'll see. And we're gonna go back to no state religion for right now. Helps Philistinia's culture, if nothing else. Alright. So he should just attack. I can't see this succeeding, but we'll see. He didn't... Yeah, he didn't get much there. We have a lot of defensive bonuses here. The Horse Archer into Spear in particular is a massacre for him. Archers? Okay, buddy. Thanks for the promotions, by the way. Alright. Run away! Alright, well, we smoked him pretty badly there. Too bad we don't have a medic unit here. Just gonna promote them. Spear only got 1 XP from that battle, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, good job, Shaka, seriously. Oh, Ragnar's got another settler up here. Oh boy. Can we get there in time? I'm gonna try. Boy, this is actually pretty close. I don't know where he's gonna try to move this. So walls are useful, but the thing is, they give you 50% defense. I already have 40%, so they're not as useful in this situation. And they're good if, like, the other side has catapults, but he definitely doesn't have catapults yet. So I should be alright. Wait, how do I have so much happiness here? Oh, representation, duh. I was like, why do I have all this happiness? I was like, oh yeah, I have representation. And yeah, it's probably worthwhile to work the work this priest specialist over working this. I should... Well, I was going to say I should work scientist specialist, but I want to keep this first great person either a prophet or low odds engineer. I don't want a scientist popping out at 1% odds. I forgot about that. Okay, so you now can get me an axe spear pair. Whipped out. I want to see how this race finishes out over here. So the question is he going to settle on this tile? I can't settle here. It's an illegal spot. The question is, do I want to move here and settle on this tile? It's a bad spot, but it would deny him the chance to settle. He will go for the crabs. You think I'm good? All right. Well, I'm gonna reload to this turn if I don't get it. And if he does settle, I'm gonna reload and settle on this tile. That's cheesy. That's pretty cheesy, but they usually just go for resources, period. All right, so far. Yeah, so no dice so far from Shaka here. So this will let me work one of these cottages. There we go. So now we suddenly have all this happiness. Like more than we would have had before. So since we have a lot of happiness headroom to grow into, let's get the cottages down. I'm going to need more workers. Because like before I was limited by happiness, but now I'm not going to be limited by happiness at all. So we're going to get this, and then we can overflow onto the spear. Also, what are you doing? You need to work that tile. Got to work that gold tile. Way too good not to work. I had to do an inefficient week. Okay, maybe we should cancel. Now that I've got the settler here, well, I don't want to work the settler, but I'll keep it in the queue so I'll remember that there's a settler half done here. Now that I've put that much production to the settler, I do want to finish it. I also need to get this farm rebuilt. Need to get workers up here. You can do one of those 2-pop whips as well for 2 units. Because you're just growing onto unimproved, terrible tiles now. Actually, let's do a worker. You can 2-pop whip a worker. Because I need a worker. And then overflow into finishing that. Because I need more workers. And as I said, I'm just whipping off bad tiles. Impies have 2 movement, and they have that ability that lets them treat all terrain as flat ground tiles. They're dangerous in the hands of a human. They're not that scary in the hands of the AI. Anyway, it looks like Ryan's going to make it out, so cheers for that, you guys. He's putting together another stack here, but I don't think he can crack these defenses at all. Alright, so I'm going to chop that. Oh, look who was right. Rayson was right. One of you other guys who said he wouldn't settle was wrong. I said I thought I needed to settle there. Impy can kill an archer with, yeah, decent odds. Alright, so. Bad spot. What's the name for our city, by the way, here? Bad spot. Tipperary. So again, I have no idea if we hold this city or not. You know, if another city builds a workboat, it's actually not a terrible city because this will provide food. It won't be able to build a lighthouse, but it will get 4 food from this tile. It's on the copper. And it has the furs. It's not great or anything, but it's not terrible. 9 gold maintenance per turn. It's true, but this gives us another angle to attack with culturally. That is, of course, assuming we can hold this tile, which is dubious, to say the least. It's a real question if we can hold that tile. It's like, please save me, save me, representation specialists. Okay, and I think this is a good stopping point for today. So we've done pretty good on the land grab. I'm going to get rid of the question mark over there because I'm pretty sure that's done. Pretty sure we're not getting to that spot. Not when we're in an active hot war with Shaka. Come on. There we go. Pretty sure we're not going to get there. But we'll see. We've done well against Mao. We've limited his ability to settle to the south. And we just need to survive, keep pushing culture, and look to flip over some of these spots. We still don't have any direct culture on Xi'an, but it won't be too much longer until we do. As I said, I wanted to do a worker with that. Because this city is not that far away from popping borders. And Camp Nowhere is honestly not that far away from popping borders either. We'll start putting pressure on these. The longer the game goes on, the better situated we are in terms of culture. And this city can whip if it has to, but I think it's in decent shape right now. I don't think he can crack the defenses of that city. I'd be more concerned if he ran down here and went for Patty Cow, but I don't think the AI is smart enough to do that. Should have named it 9 gold per turn. Yeah, a little expensive as far as cities go. Little pricey. It's okay, though. What's our break-even rate, just out of curiosity? 30%. Well, 25%. Okay. That's about as low as we want to go, but calendar is going to help a lot. We're going to be able to improve those calendar resources, which themselves are worth gold, and get our cities up to, like, you know, if I work these tiles, these are, like, what, 5 commerce tiles? If I work these, that'll help a lot. That'll pay for itself. And then we're finally going to be able to settle cities that are not just money pits. We're going to be able to settle this spot, which will bring another gold resource, and we'll be able to settle this spot with the fish, and this spot someday. Like, these are all good cities. Maybe even get something down here eventually. We'll see if there's any resources in the fog. Still haven't scouted that. And maybe, just maybe, Tipperary won't die. We're going to try to get an axe and spear up there. We'll see. I'm also going to need walls. And I need to get workers up there to chop out. So, like, if I can get walls and, like, 3 or 4 units, it'll be okay. But if Ragnar comes after me in the near future, there's nothing I can do. I did make all these other city spots illegal except a city on this tile. I don't think he'll found a city on that tile. We'll see. And someday I need to get a unit up to scout up here because I want to see what's up there. I do have open borders with Mal and Napoleon and Ragnar, so I can definitely get a unit up there to scout. Okay. All right, let's save it here. Lousy start. Can you imagine how much better off we'd be if Mal hadn't founded that religion? Would have been in much better shape, but that's life. So, thanks again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It'll be up on YouTube. Until then, have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. See you guys soon.